to please keep the corridor clear. Please don't stand in the walkway and sit down politely. Think about the other people in the audience.
Hello, Sumo fans! I'm Scott Finlay, and welcome to this, your Senior 2024 World Sumo Championships, right here in Krotos in Poland. Hope you're all well today and ready for the action from the big boys and girls. Yesterday was a fantastic day, and I see today blowing it right out of the water. So here we go. The background got louder because I turned my mic on and we're ready to go, guys. Shout out to Caleb Backus, Purple Cow, Siggy Sawyer, Rick Garza, Smoking Jimu, Space Dwarf 55. Hello, guys. Anika Tok, Stan Cockle. I'm going up here. Hello to everyone. I hope you're all well today and ready to go. My mic seems very loud today. Let me just get that down. I can hear myself in my ear. Here we go. Are we all excited today? I'm just getting prepared with the last stuff here. We're about to start off. So you guys get ready for all the action, and I will be back with you in less than a couple of minutes. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell. Oh, what a nugget!
Judges and referee, are you ready to begin? Could the competitors from the women's lightweight competitors please come into the door? Women's lightweight competitors. Yes.
Hello again, my sumo fans. Here we go, we're getting the competition started. I just went and grabbed all my schedules for the brackets, and we are off and running. So that is us, we are ready to go. We've got the referee up, and we have our first competitors ready to battle it out here at your World Sumo Championships 2024. So of course we start with the women's lightweight,
Year
under
of
65
the
kilograms.
Gorilla. Sumo World Championships 2024. Presented by Scott Finlay.
Ukraine versus India. Who have you guys got for this one? I think my eggs need to go in the basket of Ukraine here, but we will see. Anything can happen on that doyo, as you guys know fine well.
Indian Sumo. Very exciting.
Sumo King, Jamal, hello my friend, good to have you. I have to agree, Siggy. I have to agree, my friend. I definitely think that Ukraine's got this, but we'll see. We'll see. And as I always say to my guys, losing is the best way to learn. Dark circle. Duh. No crystal ball needed there, unfortunately. It's a solid Yorikiri push out there. Ukraine and Germany. Is it Ukraine? That can't be.
Ukraine, could you please go to the left side?
Maybe a couple of bouts at swap. Yep, she was just telling Ukraine, yeah, I'm listening to the Queen of Sumo, Katrina Watts. She was just guiding the Ukrainian there. The next bout is, as I expected, Germany versus Estonia. This could be evenly matched because Lucy for Germany is really good. And all the Estonian girls are great grapplers. No fair overreach for the taller Lucy. Oh, a Watanabe, but then she nearly saved herself. It's loser or not, that was truly good what that girl done there to catch herself as she went
Rather
down.
impressive.
That was like an Asashoru move. Like old school Koto Nawaka vs Asashoru. Search that up on YouTube where Koto flips him and he like lands the way Lucy for Germany did there, but he saves himself and wins the bout. Amazing stuff. Look at this. Oh, and her foot went out. And that's why I said, even despite losing, the fact that she caught herself like that was really good athleticism.
Why is the comments on my YouTube studio not working?
USA
So I have
versus
to
Hungary.
go to watch my own show.
Then next will be Poland versus Bulgaria. Then Italy versus
Hi
Brazil.
everyone watching. Apparently it's Oho versus Oshario. I don't really know how to get rid of that.
There we go, straight in for it. The Hungarian
Very
with the
awkward
high
grip
right
there,
arm.
but
She's
it's
trying to keep
pretty
control
strong.
of the movement. But oh, and the throw down. She seems okay. but
Brain
that was
buster,
a gun to
goddamn.
the head. And as I always tell you guys, landing on the clay like that, not an easy feat.
Who's this American
Amazing
chick? Is that
win for
Caitlin?
USA. I was actually talking to Madison earlier on. Our man has one of the best mustaches I've ever seen in my life. You guys will need to check that out. And here we go. Poland and Bulgaria. You've got Alexandra Rozum and Mihaela Kristova. Hey, Jonah Fuji, how are you, mate? Good to have you in the stream. Getting prepared. Alexandra always does the same. The rubbing of the belt with her hands, and she is ready to go. Hand her off. Straight up for it. She goes to push the stander up taut. Then what? She goes on the inside. Now Alexandra has a long grip, so she's comfortable in this position. She's using that her belly and body to get out. Oh, and I'm sure she got it there. I think there was a step out from Bulgaria. We will see in a second. That was very, very aggressive and fast-paced from both ladies. Winner, Poland. Alexandra, aka Ola, gets her first win of today. So Rebecca from Brazil and Rosalia from Italy. The slow motion here. Alexandra just taking her to the edge there. And as you can see, the step out. Great use of her body while maintaining a grip on her.
Does anyone know if
opponent
there's
with her
any
arms.
particularly entertaining injuries that happened?
Italy versus Brazil here. Going for a Kimidashi. trying to lift those armpits up while Italy maintains her solid grip. She gets a side arm, what she needs to watch potential throws here.
Oh, the defense!
And an Watanabe win for Italy. Was that a Watanabe? She had that outside grip, didn't she? Shitatanagi, my mistake, guys. The slightest wee change in the way the move goes, and it can completely change. Dark Circle, Rosum is a killer. She's next level. She's feared in the minus 65, mate. She's feared. She's a very intimidating opponent. Did it, John? I didn't see that from my angle, mate. Fair enough. That you're saying there that Ola's foot touched.
Look at this tiny woman.
Here we go. Ukraine versus Taipei. Both ladies getting herself ready. Taipei girl looks like she looks very strong and compact. We're nearly off. Tachiai. Oh, she goes for the pull down. But Taipei's holding
These
herself,
neck
running
cranks
backwards.
are
Oh,
ridiculous.
fantastic win there. Fantastic win from the Ukrainian. And next up is Norway and Estonia. This Norwegian, she's one of my friends, Rike. She's a great lady and an amazing wrestler. And as I always tell you guys, none of the Estonians are slouches.
Eastern European wrestling is crazy.
Getting herself ready. Nice wee stare down there. Show no fear, ladies.
I'm waiting for the homies to show up. That's when the show will
Ricky's
get
in a
fun. I can't
purple
really do
Malashi
much
today.
amateur sumo on my own.
Here we
Knock you
go.
later.
And we're off. Riki's a good race. She wants inside like that. She wants under the arms and boom.
Nice crush out.
As I said, guys, very, very intelligent wrestler she is. So I did expect a lot from her there. Hello, Mika Grimmer. Thank you for joining the stream. Hope you're well, my friend. Good to have you with us. It must be the middle of the night for all you Americans, so I'm really glad that all of you have joined us. We've got Japan versus the US of A.
Does anyone know who this American lady is?
We've got Madison
I
versus
thought I knew the
Nene.
scene. Apparently I don't.
You can hear the Americans saying, "Let's go, Madison," supporting their team. Very supportive team, Team USA. Focused, ready, and they're off. But Madison is no slouch, I tell you that. The Japanese girl was trying to get the inside to get... unfortunate. Unfortunate. Both
Power.
ladies, that was equal pegging for the first few seconds of that bout there. Well done, Japan. Let's hope it's not a total Japanese domination today again, but you know, we can't control what happens on the dojo. Only the athletes can do that. So here we go. It's next bout, Italy and Poland. Rosalia and Alexandra, aka Ola, the monster of the dojo.
What time is it in America? Where is everyone?
So with Alexandra being taller, I'm expecting her to lead with a slight push to lift her opponent's head and chest a little, to then get the inside grip to
7:40.
have control
Wake up,
of the
everyone.
belt. Push up, and then see, as I told you, she pushes, stands her opponent up with her hands, then goes straight for the belt. And with her
Breaking
long
the neck
grip,
crank, pretty impressed.
like there,
Unlucky.
she is in control even with both hands on the outside, something I actually have experienced with myself because I'm so lanky as well. Well done, Poland.
Lanky Scott Finley.
She's through to the next round.
Rosa, you must troop for the other side.
Please wait a moment while we prepare the ready charge. Please let me take this moment to say to you, please watch the sumo from the seat. Do not stand in the aisle. Do not stand in the walkway.
Honestly, I don't know why people aren't getting it. She's just asking everyone to stop blocking the views. They must take a seat. See in the seats, you can see fine, but not if people are standing up. So I understand the frustration Katrina must be feeling because she's spent all her day yesterday telling them, and now she feels as that she must feel that she has to start all over again. I'm just still waiting on the classic, as we all know the Queen of Sumo for. Get off the Jiao Yao. I think Japan's been everybody's bane this year, guys. At their next level. They definitely made sure they brought their best. India's got a chance at repechage here. We've got Italy up. Right, so it's Italy versus Taipei now.
Still lightweight. Still women's.
So Italy, telling them to go round because I think the girls and everyone, not just the girls, get confused about what side they're supposed to be at. But here we go with Taipei and India for repechage.
Chinese Taipei.
And they're off. Taipei goes straight in for the push. India did try to sort of get out the way and twist her round, but she just wasn't quick enough. Taipei was off and running fast.
Is that training this week in Brisbane? I don't think there is. That neck crank was scary.
Really strong win for Bulgaria there. Really strong win. She kept those two underhooked arms like that to not allow any sort of pull to start happening from Italy. And then, as Alexander Rosen done in her first bout, used her body to do the rest. Dark Circle Sumo saying LOL this year. Taipei versus Estonia now. Preparing for the Tachai now. Taipei seems laser focused. We bit on the line, I have to be behind the Shikiri-sen. Madison with one leg forward,
I do like the
Sorry,
sprinter
that's just because
stance.
Madison got asked to swap sides there. Estonia with one leg forward, as I always say about the Estonian girls, it's that
Very
wrestling leg
predictable
forward.
drive forward. I don't know why you wouldn't go for a leg pick in that situation.
Taipei's got a good grip on the underhook of the arms now, but the longer arms of
sure
Estonia
he
has
looks
helped her
different.
get
Yeah, I
that
don't-
belt and keep her hips away.
Want to get rid of that?
Both girls are sort of stuck in this position.
you
If any
got
time
it.
she's going for the throw, that thigh in the back and the push out for Estonia, and there you go. A great
Crushed
win,
her.
great ring awareness.
Dude, death to Chinese
She knew
Taipei,
she was
apparently.
right at the edge. She knew she had to get her thigh in the inside, and that was her opportunity there, or she would have been thrown. I'm sure that was Yori Taoshi. Dwight Rawson, let's go.
Got the power legs on
Dean
that shit.
Brent, let's go, my friend. Good to see you back in the stream, Stuart.
To the men's lightweight, please be ready. Men's lightweight.
USA back up now. The Bulgarian is no slouch, so Madison will
slouch.
certainly have her work cut out for her here. And they're off. Bulgaria straight in, and the Madison goes for it. Whoa, well done. Amazing sumo. Our timing was perfect. That is one of those situations where timing beats speed and technique beats strength every single time.
Every? Alright, Scott.
Circa Conor McGregor 2018. Because that's when he said it and that's what he said. Oh, Purple Cow. Amazing recovery. Amazing recovery, mate.
Purple Cat, what's it like being spoken
Absolutely
to from the
fantastic
past
sumo
by
there.
Scott Finley? Is that women's done? We got a medalist yet?
If you are sitting in the comfortable green seat, you are a VIP. If you are not a VIP,
Canada? Yeah, where's JJ? Where is everyone?
There's Katrina telling people off for just all dropping themselves, planking down on the green VIP seats.
Love the brooms.
I think I'm going to need to come out of this box and go and give Katrina a brush to just start sweeping these people back.
USA, Australia, on the west side, Finland, Japan,
Men's lightweight under 85 now.
Chinese Taipei.
Waikato Sumo Club tuning in from New Zealand. 7:30 p.m. there. Hello, my friend. It's so good to see so many people tune in from all around the world.
Hayden,
Men's lightweight.
jump on the
We
show.
have 20 competitors.
Yeah, I forgot.
I'll say this.
This
Lord
ain't
Bulgari.
live. Yo, Mawashi Guru, jump in the Discord,
Finland,
jump on the
and
show. Let's
Australia.
talk sumo.
No, she must be so frustrated. I've been taking care of her, but we've made sure she's fed.
A food
we get
mystery.
stuff for her throat, and we're taking care of her.
Jump in the Discord. Let's get on the show.
Ira Metal from Greece. Hello, my friend. Thank you for coming back for day 2 of the seniors. So we have
Why does
Great
this dude
Britain
have a
and
jet engine
Finland.
on top of his head? Not him. He's scary looking. The other guy.
both guys getting ready. Finland seems like he was
Yeah,
having
this
a word
dude.
with himself in his mind there.
Yo, it's Edo.
Getting their bodies ready. Who have you guys got for this one? I'm unsure.
Damn, shaking the nerves out, huh? I know that Europeans used to get really weird with the hands down stuff.
Bit of miscommunication in the start there. Both men getting ready, hands down. And he's twisting round, and then Finland goes. Oh, and Finland pushes him straight out. That was a bit of a hard ball. I hope he's okay. Luckily, there's mats on the floor. It could have been worse. It could have been his back on the edge of the dojo. So glad he's okay.
And Washington and Kelly do well. I didn't get to see the matches. That's why I watch it now.
幽霊は信じているが宇宙人否定派の桃と宇宙人は信じているが幽霊否定派のオカル窮地の中で秘めた力を覚醒させる桃と呪いの力を手にしたオカルが迫り来る怪奇に挑む運命の恋も始まるオカルティックバトル&青春物語
Pitcher in pitcher.
Good luck to Japan, of course. Good luck to Japan, of course, absolutely. But I definitely am supporting Edibor here and hope he does well.
When I came over to Roller Town, Edo walked up to me, patted me on the back, and said, "I look diesel."
Yes,
and that's
he's
the
very
best
new
compliment
to
I've
Sumo,
ever
the
got.
GB guy. That's why he looked anxious. He was very new, that circle. I don't think they've trained very long. But, you know, you've got to give it to him. He's here. And we're off. Up. Edibor straight in. Gets twisted round. Edibor goes for the throw.
Nice.
Oh, and what a throw. Edibor, the
Very
balance,
aggressive.
the ring awareness of Edibor is next level. And he showed the Japanese what the USA is all about.
Nice match,
Next level
Eduardo.
competitor. Congratulations to our Edibor. Aye, that circle, that is a slim guy. But yes, I think a couple of the UK guys are quite new. So this is their first real experience.
Footwork was a little dodgy
there. I
there.
don't know what level
Stayed
of training
upright
they've
there.
had or how much training either. But I do know they're quite new. So
Edo moves too fast for his own good
you know what I mean?
sometimes.
Proud of them for getting up and trying for the new guys.
Yo,
and giving
is
it their all.
that-
And he did fight well. It's not like he just got destroyed. He fought well. Here we go. Next one, and again another really good friend of mine. And Joe,
Is that
Joe
Joe?
Kindred from Australia, and then you've got the Hungarian here, Joe v Australia vs Hungary. But Joe happens to be a good friend of mine and all, so I find myself trying to support him. John will be all tensed right now, so look. So Joe knows to be careful here. Joe knew not to run into him, he's just going forward. Oh!
Oh
Now, did that
no!
Hungarian step out there?
No!
Keep calm, Joel. Unlucky, Joel. He nearly had him. He did nearly have him. Because Joel is no slouch either. Trained mostly by
Joel does that a lot,
John
actually. He
Trail,
overcommits.
legend of Australian sumo. That circle, I also meant the Japanese guy. But I was also then talking about finishing off what I was saying about the GB guy when you said he was anxious, mate. But I knew you meant the Japanese guy.
This dude looks tough.
Norway's up.
What are they doing wrong?
Versus Taipei. Straight up for the Tatjai. Norway tried to go to the side a wee bit, but he was stopped. Now he's maintained a really good grip. That knee down scary, he just needs to hold on, and every time Taipei swings him, pull up hard. He needs to keep this grip nice and tight to not at the edge all of a sudden get swinged. As I always say to guys, do it 90-10. Oh, throw 90 in, but you better keep 10% back to anchor yourself in case you get caught off guard, and that was unfortunate for Norway. Well done, Taipei. Hello there, Chris Martin. Good to have you in the stream, my friend. And it is some epic bouts already.
On the east side for Bulgaria, Zoche Petrov. West for Germany, Azul Fontana.
Who's this dude? Germany? Dude, Edo's waiting like a bloodhound.
We've got Germany here.
Nah, I'm just watching the matches and skipping through the stuff.
I hope I'm saying your name right, my friend. He's from Germany against the Bulgarian.
Kind of waiting for people to show up before I start like proper putting on what.
I feel like he looks a little nervous, like licking his lips and that there. Try and hide that a wee bit more because I know that Bulgarian will be laser.
How is that dude a lightweight?
And look at him, he's an absolute machine. He looks like a unit. How is he under 85 kilo? He goes straight down low. From Paya's being pushed back straight. Strong
Very safe
push.
touch either.
Strong push. That was quite impressive from the Bulgarian. He done quite well there.
Hey, Andrew.
A nice Oshi-dashi victory for him.
Now this guy looks like a lightweight.
Yes, Edibor has got a tough opponent next, but he is really good, so I feel like his opponent should be cautious of him too.
Who is this guy?
I do not know what happened there.
Who is this
but
guy?
Finland wins, goes through. Well done.
Yo, Thai
He
sumo?
seems calm. He seems again. This Estonian, how is he under 85 kilos? Look, I was saying that you could say that about our Edibor, couldn't you? He is built like a tank as well. I don't know how he's under 85 kilos. Oh, he nearly fell over there, the Estonian. But and I pulled.
I'm gonna blame
from
Edo's
Thailand,
weight on bone
unfortunate.
density.
Well done, Thailand.
I feel like that's why he's so fast. He's not held down by heavy bones.
Here we go. Josu.
Well,
I have never seen Edibor nervous or show fear. You've got to respect that.
that's the superpower that is autism. You don't understand what fear is.
Okay, on straight under Edibor, stay in your feet. Oh! Unfortunate slip. Unfortunate slip. That was just a slippy Otoshi.
I was saying he's too fast for his own good sometimes. Didn't really have anything to hold on to either. Dangerous place to be to begin with. Unlucky Edo. Who are these guys?
He also done the juniors yesterday and took
ISR.
a really hard fall on the clay. I spoke to him at lunch. He said he was
ISR.
okay, but his head sort of hurt and his shoulder. He's against Brazil today. We're off at it.
Israel.
I thought Israel was in a bad position there, but he managed to recover quite well. Now he's going forward and getting that head in the chest. Oh, the Brazilian's starting to panic and reaching over.
Nice.
Israel, I think, took that. I think Israel may have took that. I can hear Brazil cheering, Monowee, because I feel like Israel may have won that. I feel like Brazil may have touched down first.
Well, that Scott doesn't know his name, so he's just calling him Israel. I feel the same way.
Just give them a minute to check the footage. We say not today. I don't even understand why you felt the need to even say that in the comment section.
Hello.
You don't need to be here, my friend. Nobody's
G'day.
forcing you. If you don't like this version
How's
of
it
Sumo,
going,
that's
man?
absolutely okay. You're allowed your opinion, but you
Good.
don't have
There's
to
been
be
some good
negative
matches. I
and
watched
start
Joel
ripping into it.
lose. That was fun.
Nobody has forced you to be here, my friend. Hopefully, if you stay tuned,
What,
you might find something that you enjoy. But there is a
what
difference
divisions have
between
we seen
Old Sumo,
so far?
professional
Women's
sumo,
lightweight,
and international sumo,
and now men's
aka
lightweight.
amateur sumo.
西が勝ってはいるけど、タイがあるだとか、これ。いや、西は勝ってないよ。西。手ついてるけど。
And these guys are real Rikishi. They're just international players. They're not joined in professional ranks. But that doesn't take away from the hard work and dedication, nor the finances, time and sacrifices that these guys make to be here.
What are they brood glass?
So it does kind of upset me slightly when people are so negative towards them. When you don't
Hello.
actually have to be here watching or supporting them, you could go and watch professional
Good
sumo.
to
It
see you
started today.
too. I didn't get a chance to catch most of this, to be honest
Me
with you.
neither. I saw an hour. I wasn't 100% watching when I was there too. You know, see this old lady in the back in the white and green, red and blue, the fucking colored shirt?
Brazil did win. Okay, that's
Sure.
fair. That's fair. My angle didn't show it.
I
the
forgot her
same
name
way.
already.
Brazil wins.
It's not Kellyanne Ball. Siggy would know and would get very upset with me for not forgetting. Katrina Watts, that's her name. She's a legend. She's been
Well
involved
done.
in sumo
Is
forever.
sumo.
She
Clearly, some people are
she set
professional
Ishiura
sumo
up
fans,
to
and
live in
that's
Australia
fine.
when he was over
Be
here
a
for uni.
professional sumo fan. But
Oh,
if you're a
damn.
sumo fan, then you
She was at
appreciate
Australian
sumo at all levels
Nationals
for what it is,
this
in
year.
my opinion.
I spoke with her. She's a legend in the scene. She's just everywhere, setting up everything. Involved in the international
I absolutely.
international
Rick Garza.
community.
John Fuji agreed, my friend. And I don't care. I will sit here all day and defend these guys because I am integrated in this world and I know the work and dedication that has to go into it. And I don't like when people try and take that away from them. And we're off at the Tachi Eye. Couple of wee slaps there. He's trying to do a pull down from the back of the neck.
Scott's commentary is
Azerbaijani
great.
is not here to play, and the Hungarians through. Oh, and he gave him a through.
I offered a
He
hand,
gave,
but
he gave him a through. He gave him a good
it's not.
throw.
He's
Yeah,
not
I
like he was invited, so he couldn't really like
That
bring
was
a
a
plus
nice
one.
win.
But
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
actually
Both men were
like
quite
to
evenly
make a
matched to
push
begin
next
with.
year to try and be involved in this.
Hell yeah, man. That'd be sick as hell.
Patrick Swara. Again,
Like,
a
hey, you
friend
got
of
guys
mine.
that
I
do
met him at
commentary,
the Scottish
right?
Open last month. You can
Guess
check that
what
out
I've
right
been
here in
doing.
World of Sumo. He came to Scotland for the first time to compete.
Because I'm
and
retiring
even
from
podium.
competition, but I don't want
Quite
to
a
like
decent
leave the
wrestler.
amateur sumo world. I know
Right,
too many
right, right.
people. It's too much fun.
For real, right?
He is up against Kazakhstan.
That is the biggest fucking lightweight I've ever seen from Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah.
What the Edo? What the fuck are you doing in Itachi back there? calm down.
Yeah, absolutely. John, opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has one, and some stink of crap.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Scott.
Brilliant.
We're off. There we go, straight underhook. And
I mean, they are quite
that
small
was just so
dudes.
fast-paced. I was about to start
75
describing
kilos
exactly
under.
what under his over. Congratulations.
Apparently Scott shouts us out at some
Versus
point, but I
Taipei
don't
now.
know when.
Oh, cool.
Yep, damn right, Mika. Absolutely.
There's also
Yep,
11
Siggy,
hours
there's
to go.
always one in the stream.
Yep. What is this? Chinese Taipei.
Little Chai Wan.
Yep, yep. And who the hell is this goober?
Great Britain. I think I remember him.
Go it off. Oh,
Nice. Yeah, there's an
that was
Israeli
that
here.
for me.
No, that was Canada.
What?
That's a Canada guy.
I said IRS. No, ISR.
Did it say that? I thought it said CAN. The guy in the white trunks.
Yo, Caleb's jumping on in like half a.
Yo.
I've actually something involving him. I've got a little bit in the works right now. I won't spoil it just yet. I will. It's
Ooh,
an intro
exciting.
song.
Okay.
With his, I completely folded under no pressure from myself just then, but you know.
Both guys seem ready to go.
I'm working on a new intro song.
The build on that Bulgarian
Fucking
is just,
cool.
It's just shocking.
Which
I don't
of
know
the
how-
7
I
intros
really
is it
don't
gonna
know how he's
replace?
minus 85. I mean, I've walked by the guy, and I'm
My
heavier
my
than him. He
vision
seems
is
twice
a
the size
show
of me.
that's 2 hours long and just intros.
I love it.
Here we go, getting the hands down. Sure, the Finnish boy's trying to do a wee bit of mess in here. And no putting his hands down, wiping the sweat for his hands, showing the nerves. And off I go straight under. Oh, but the Bulgarian stays low. Now he's getting underhook of the armpit and going for the pull down. Was that Kata Sagashi? Was that shades of Midori Fuji there? Great win. I was correct, yep, Kata Sagashi win. Shades of Midori
Kata
Fuji for the
Sagashi.
Bulgarian.
Could have easily got a hair pull victory there if he felt like growing out his hair.
Mm.
Hayden's at work, but he's on his lunch break soon. He said he'd jump on.
Dope. Is this
Ukraine versus
Thailand?
Thailand. Here we go. The Thai boy's
We just
pretty
hopped
good.
in
So
in the Discord.
this one could catch us off by surprise.
Huh?
But we know what Ukraine's like, so we'll see.
He just joined the Discord.
Couple of distraction slaps to the face.
Is he not even
Short
in
work of
here?
the Thai.
Goddamn. Oh, he was in the
Unfortunate.
old one. That's why.
Yep.
There's no shame in losing to Ukraine.
No shame in using the loot crate. No shame in. Hang on. Yeah,
We're still in eliminations right now.
Who was that,
because there's
Chinese
so many in
Taipei?
this category.
little Chai Wan.
No, that was Thailand.
Honestly, whatever. You're right.
That Ukrainian is built though.
Azerbaijanis getting his
There's some
back up
big
there.
lightweights here.
He'll be pumped and raring to go.
I don't think there's going to be training this month in Brisbane either.
This Brazilian
Fucking
boy is
rough,
really good.
man. I
think
He's
the
quite an
scene's falling
aggressive fighter,
apart.
but we all know this about the Brazilians.
Step into
They
it.
definitely
Fill the
perform
shoes.
sumo
Be the
better than
guy.
The Brazilians.
I can't be the guy
So
when the
straight
people
underhook
around me
there.
are so much better
But,
than
oh,
me.
but the Brazilian knows to switch. He goes for the leg.
Ask
oh,
one of them
panic,
to be
he
the
shouldn't
guy.
have went for that.
Ooh.
See, that I think that
I got-
he
I
panicked
don't know, I
and
think I
went to
got too
switch
much
his
going
grip,
on.
and this left the opening.
If it really does fall
for
apart,
No,
maybe
I
I'll
got it.
try something.
I always say, even if you feel a little panicky, if you've got a good grip and they are coming at you really forcefully, it may be not the best option to panic switch your position.
That was a good throw.
Dwight Ross and Noah weigh-ins were Thursday and Friday morning. For the Polish, was being in it that it's Poland, his team will be very hyped. I'm sure these guys are wanting to get a lot of wins in. And
That
some
is a
medals
thick
to
belt.
stay right here in Poland.
Yeah, it's gone around a few times.
Chinese Taipei seems ready to go as well. Get a nice mean mug on
And
there.
even look at the back; it's folded back in on itself.
Patrick seems unfazed and ready. Straight under, straight low, and straight out. That was
Yeah, that was
a
good.
demolition. No offense to the Taipei fighter, but that was a demolition.
I think we saw the French guy Hayden was talking about just get demolished.
Purple cow, you're right. They do always put the red on these.
Yeah, because of the people that were in there during the stream, because he's doing stream chat right now.
Yo, yeah.
He's talking to people that are in both this chat and that chat last week.
Thailand, Estonia, Ukraine, and Taipei.
Was it single elimination?
I think it is. Yeah, the Canadian guy was knocked out real quick.
All the guys look for.
Damn, Joel came all that way for one match.
Oh well, we're doing the record.
Man, I can't wait until next year. I'll fight some Canadians, bro.
Yesterday.
Me too, but for different reasons.
We'll do a repechage and then we'll be moving to a moving category.
Damn. Oh shit! I gotta watch out.
Yeah, it was my
Catch me
mistake
in the streets of
thinking we were
Toronto.
switching for categories, but they're doing the repechage now.
Nah, you're right.
But again, for different reasons. That's why you won't.
There we go. Finland and Germany.
Yo, I don't know what's been like in the water this show. Or this season, I guess.
Very supportive
Hey,
chants
Siggy,
for his
Siggy, jump
teammates
on.
over in
We'll love the
Germany.
chat.
Get in here,
True
Siggy.
finish here,
I don't know
'cause
what's
did meet them
like in the
yesterday. They came
water.
over and introduced themselves. Nice guys.
But
Here we go. Germany looks super focused, didn't he? Oh,
we
and
had
then he had to
Jake
go to
on
side.
day one, and he brought up
Finished
secret
to come straight
secret
back.
MySpace
Glory
Nazis.
to you, victory.
We had Hayden on day 6 trying to get my mum's Instagram. And then Rick from Kimboshi is on the
I'm gonna
after
stop guessing
party
these
that we did
commodities,
in the
'cause I'm always
Discord.
off it, but I'm getting
Just
about
bringing up, hey, let's talk
60%
about
right.
obscure international
saying
racial
Yori
politics
Kiri,
real
it was
quick.
Oshidashi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Brilliant.
guess, dog. I guess.
Sure, man. I'm in. I see you're a fellow connoisseur.
Hey, the ball's up, guys.
There's been some strange conversation this time round. Oh, they got the coloured rope dangly things. I should know what those are. Alright, is this where Edo beats this guy? Apparently Finland is where he screws up.
Thailand looks focused.
It's double
Hey!
elimination, by the
I
way,
hope
because we
he's
saw Edo
ready for
lose
the hurricane that
in a
is
weird
Edo.
scramble.
You're just
He
in
locked-
time to see Edo fight.
He locked into a guy's elbows.
Purple Cow, I couldn't agree more. 80% of matches are decided by whoever wins the Tachi Eye.
This is your boy, right? This is who you guys told me to watch out for on the right.
Goodness gracious,
and
who's that?
Edabor did not mess around there. He wasn't
Hey, how
with
you
the
doing,
people
friends?
there.
You didn't even hear him
He's
come
here
in.
to destroy.
What do you mean
I'm
have
so
to
sneaky.
resend? I was taking a piss. What? The link lasts for 7 days.
Let's go, Edo. Well done to him.
Yeah, that's edible.
Send him the same link.
Right.
Sumo Punks, good to have you in the stream. And I agree. We should all be coming up with fun chants, shouldn't we?
How high do they build their dohyo? Is that like
About
about
that
a
high.
foot? Or
Brazil now getting their chance.
you? How dare you?
Yeah,
I don't
think
know.
it's just a
I'm
foot
looking
high
at the
as
same
opposed to-
dojo you're at.
Hungarian avoiding eye contact
have
here.
high.
Yeah, well, you're the expert.
Oh, nice low and not going for a hard touch. He wanted the under grip to take him back just like that.
I
I
also,
don't even think the
my
Brazilian
brain
really
can't
got
handle this
started
right
there,
now, so I'm
unfortunately.
watching amateur
And he's a
sumo in
really good
Poland
wrestler
with a
as well.
Scottish man's commentary. Is this
Just
is
how it
what's
goes.
happening
Some
as
Americans
Colonel
are so
Sanders
weird.
referees?
I love you too, Sumo
Can you
Punk.
not
It's
just
unacceptable.
Guys, love you.
Just accept-
No, we
love
are the
all you
font
guys,
of all
but thanks so
popular
much for
culture,
your
and
support.
therefore everything needs to have an Ohio accent.
Like, oh my god, other countries? Yes, that's been happening this whole time.
Untrue. The end of history was in
There you go. Just you
1776.
guys listen to Katrina, but when categories are coming up, don't you
Sure.
listen to Scott. I'll just
Ruined
talk about
real.
the dojo and chat to you guys.
Ooh.
Good start. That was a solid start there. A really good start. Taipei. He wasn't ready.
Scott.
Scott's great.
Yep, Dark Circle. He's now potentially got a chance at the bronze. 2 wins.
Okay, Edo.
versus Fin-
Yeah, those
bronze.
fucking pose. He did this at Roller Town as well.
Edinburgh versus Finland.
Fucking dork. I think this is the match where Edo gets robbed, is what I've heard.
Isn't there just Purple
Oh.
Cow? So much good sumo. Sumo punks never sleep. Well, there you go, Mika. There you go. They never sleep. That's why he's up and about. But just so you know, again, guys, for you guys, it's in the middle of the night and you should be sleeping.
Do you guys
Thank
know
you so
what
much
the
for
weight
tuning in
limit
on
is
World of
for
Sumo.
the light division?
75 kilos and under.
Chat
I'm
with
not
me while
translating
I
that.
commentate for you guys.
No, it's good.
I'll start.
Metric is fine by me.
75 kilos and under, 100 kilos and under, 115 kilos and under.
Edibor conducted
And then
himself
115
very
plus.
professionally there.
Yeah, because there's just an open division after that.
Dwight Rawson, thank you so
Yeah.
much. You're so
Heavyweight,
kind.
I think, is
Well, no,
just
it's
like anything.
It's not open weight. It's
So kind, my
115
friend, thank
kilos and above.
Oh, so
And
so you do have to make a minimum weight in.
That's it.
Okay.
Nice underhook
Yeah.
from Edibor.
Yeah,
The
in
finish is trying
heavyweight,
to
there's
grab
a
it.
minimum weight.
Slipped
Oh,
out the way.
no.
Just don't celebrate Finland. Come on, don't do that till you're off the doyo. Look, they're annoyed. They're annoyed.
What are they annoyed at?
I think they might be bothered by that. Or did Finland step out slightly? I was so enthralled watching the guy's hands there that I genuinely forgot to watch their feet for a second. Edibor, unfazed by the losses. That is the sort of strong mind that you need in your wrestlers. Look at him.
Oh,
He's
did they,
unfazed.
like-
Look at him. He's unbothered.
Oh, Edo.
He loves it.
Okay,
It
yeah,
just
you
makes
can't
love him
celebrate
even
in
more,
the
doesn't
ring.
it?
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta be cool, calm, and collected, or whatever the hell.
Oh, Mika, is the Rustinator sleeping when you're trying not to wake him up? You tell him I was asking for him. Shout out to Rusty on the Worlds.
Yo, Caleb.
Are we getting a slow-mo or what
Hey.
happened there? Or
G'day.
This is the
agree with the judge's decision?
Thunder from Down Under in Australia. We have Caleb, the best we got.
Fair enough. Well done to the finish.
Yeah, I guess so.
Lovely.
Cool,
save
man.
from
Good to meet
Joshi.
you.
That was so close.
Yeah,
Is this
I
the
know.
mysterious mountain man I've heard so much of?
Unlucky, but
Ma-
Yes, this
Yeah,
ogre
that'd
we
be
found
good.
in New
Yeah.
South Wales
Unfazed.
somewhere. We
Just-
taught him to do
he's
sumo.
Yeah,
such a strong world warrior.
Australian Oni. Yeah.
Purple Cow, we're all
Ah,
Rusty
what do
fans,
you-
mate.
What's
We're all
up, guys?
Rusty
Watching
fans.
Worlds, are we?
Yes,
Cannot
sir.
Wait, my friend.
Some good,
Right.
good matches. We're in lightweight right
Hmm.
now.
Of course.
So different.
Yeah, I think Edibor might be out now. That
Men's
circle.
lightweight sumo
There's
is so
many of
fast
them,
and
but
so
I don't
strange
know
to
if there'll
watch.
be extra fights because there is a lot. There's like 20 of them in this category.
Yeah,
It really
it's a
does seem like a completely different
mixed
sport.
style.
You kind of see like those shades of
To the next
Teretsu
round.
Yoshi, where it's just like rapid Oshi stuff until a belt throw happens.
John, do
Yeah,
know,
there
I
you go.
actually says this to them
Did you guys
yesterday.
see that Teretsuyoshi is trying to make an MMA debut?
A wee bit quicker
Awesome.
and
Yeah,
stuff
he
like that,
won.
especially
He
for
won
us
his first.
commentators
It's
that
a
are trying to
weird
take the guys through it,
format,
because
though.
we might miss certain
Yeah.
bits in the slow-mo.
It doesn't
I'd never
make
heard
any
of what it
sense
was.
to
in
me.
the blanks if we need
Okay.
it, you know what I mean? So
What's weird about it? I'd never heard of that league before. I remember, but I just assumed he was trying to like start at the
perhaps I
ground
couldn't
floor.
agree more.
So it's
He's a
kind
young
of some
lad,
weird
wants his first
fantasy
world. I'm
thing
just so happy
where
he
the
finally got to
stage
come to
is
Worlds to
like
represent the
green
USA, 'cause I
screen
know he
mats
wanted
and
to
stuff,
so
so they
long.
put like legit Mortal Kombat environments around them.
And he is a solid decade at top
And
level
then there's
fighter before
like
he's born
costumes
to
and
start
stuff.
defending,
It's wild.
So much potential there.
Yeah, so
So
there's yeah, it's a production. But I mean, the
I'll
actual
say that,
fights
Mika, that if
are
I knew
as close
that
to a fight
we
as
could
you
have
can
joined
get with
Sumo,
the
I
rest
would
of
have
that
tried before I
environment.
was 22. I would have
Caleb,
tried.
Siggy's
Right.
just
But I
invited
was
you
just
to
a
Roller
fan. I
Town
didn't
next
know
year.
that we could have a chance to join it. I thought it had to be some weird connection
Oh,
that
right.
if you didn't live near
Well,
or there, that you really
unfortunately,
didn't have much of a chance.
Extremely broke. So the odds are low, unfortunately.
There
I would,
might
I
be
would love to
some-
come to Worlds.
What's his name? Corey's kind of working on some sponsorship things with airlines to try and solve that.
And he wants to fight the best.
Yeah, right.
Yo,
we might be
what
with a
month
chance.
is Rolltown?
So right now it is
Okay, guys,
either in
now we're
April
the
or
women's
October.
middleweight. Dark circle, there you go, my friend.
Bit of
Now
a-
we're at
Right.
middleweight.
Bit of a window, but
Oh.
that's what we're working with right now.
I
What's-
vote for October.
Fair enough.
What's with the potential change? I was already making plans to come down in April, but it's good to know that I might need to not do that.
Siggy would know the real answer. I'm going to pretend I know and say it depends on the bar they're organizing it with, because they're changing venues.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I mean, October might be more pleasant in Texas. I'm not gonna lie.
Women's middleweight, Uzbekistan showing up in one of the strangest fighting outfits I've ever seen.
and getting rocked by Thailand.
Pink booty shorts and just a white t-shirt. Hey, that was tight.
April is cooler than October. Interesting. Texas is fascinating to me.
Why so? I mean, there's plenty of reasons for this. Just curious.
Mostly just the size, heat, and humidity. And I guess, I don't know. Just the last time I was there, it was kind of wild. And I guess the only time I was there was kind of wild.
You know, they messed up the dough.
Oh, it's definitely.
The emergency
I guess
mallet.
took a divot out of it. Quick, quick, whack it, spit on it.
This is
Yeah,
fascinating.
it is
but I
a
wanna
silly
watch some
place
sumo.
though. Yeah. Like Houston is a literal swamp, and then El Paso is a desert, and then yeah, it's a strange place.
I was letting Katrina complain.
What is this like the Swedish team? Let me see. What is her? I love whatever's happening on the left.
Ukraine? Yeah. Versus Greece.
Ukraine. Okay, blue and gold. Yeah, fair enough. Actual team uniforms.
She goes straight for the touch eye under her.
I would love someone who was there to give me some
unfortunately,
insight
the
on
Greek
the sand
did
on
not,
this
was
diet,
not
because
fast
to
enough to
me
defend.
it looks
And just
extremely
wait till she
dry,
was pulled.
and there was quite a bit of slippage going
Lovely
on.
Kata Sagashi.
Apparently, they don't give it enough
Had a
time
good
for it
couple
to
of them
set.
today already, and we're
It's a
just
bit of a
getting
rush
started.
job.
Okay, the clay or the sand?
Do these
Good
ladies
question.
touch you? Seem a little high to you? Like they don't sit down in a proper squat?
I didn't see them. I think they just don't water it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it looks very dry, and I think that's going to influence how these people move quite a bit.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah, they
mean, look
don't
at-
water it even though they have
What
watering
is that
cans.
shimmy shake? I saw something interesting, Caleb. Hosharyu's match. Oh no, Takayasu's match last night. He got one of the ring attendants actually
Strong grip
poured
in that belt. She's
water
trying
on
not
the
to be
corner,
thrown. She's
and
using
he
her
rubbed
power
his
and she
feet
throws the
fresh to
Italian
play.
straight out
Interesting.
and shows that she
Interesting.
came
Yeah, well,
here
that
for
makes a whole lot
war.
of sense to me. If you've
She
got
didn't
wet
come here
feet,
to
you're going
take
to make
part.
the sand underneath
She
your
came
feet
here
a
to
bit
take
damper.
over.
Yeah,
You're going to slip
get a bit
less at
more
the
grip
push
on it.
out. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm wondering
that
how
sand
common that
slippery.
is,
Sure,
or we just
Ashley
never saw
didn't
it on
mean not to
camera.
bow there. I'm sure she was just a bit excited.
Yeah, well, I guess, well, I don't know if what the go is with their power water at the moment, but you remember they used to spit the power water in the corner?
Oh,
on the
they're
floor?
drinking it again. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So I'm guessing they would have stood in that as well. Who is it that salts his feet? I can't remember. One of the guys throws a bunch of salt on his feet as well.
Hungary versus Chinese Taipei.
I'll have to pay attention.
Xinyan vs.
Hungary and Taipei,
Lila.
I think. Hungary? Yeah.
I think he's talking about the pros.
Yeah, but these two.
Soft touch.
I was just trying to recognize what's going on.
I would say the Hungarian. Oh, I was just about to say
Nice
the
inside
Hungarian.
arm.
is low, but,
Head's out of position.
Taipei loses her footing and Hungary takes
I
advantage.
think I recognize this chick.
Mm.
Either from when I watched this last week or a different tournament.
Nowhere.
Looks familiar. Hell yeah.
No slouch. Chances are Luciania may podium. Way guys, as you know.
Is that Thai chick
the
again?
best
Is
of the
women's
best
middleweight
can stand
small
up there,
division?
And it can all go wrong on any day.
Probably.
Such is the beauty of sumo.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Fast, ferocious.
most women's divisions aren't huge.
Yeah, but this is the international.
Yeah.
I got the sense there was a few countries had less competitors this year than previous years, but I didn't see Highland last year, which is pretty cool. And they're hosting next year, so I was surprised that they weren't present at last year as well.
Oh, they bonked heads
Huge
and Luciana
headbutt.
straight with it. Oh, what a nugget!
Did our woman end up showing up to this?
What, Jess Katrina's going to
Oh.
tell me I'm wrong.
That was
Lovely
hilarious.
from Mrs. Watanabe. Oh, Wes, there you go. I was right. That's
Hopefully it
one of
gets a
my
little more
60%
populated
accuracy.
next year, but the women's division at the Oceanic Championships was just one chick who showed up, so by default got gold.
Damn.
Oh no.
Good honor though. Good honor.
That's
That's what we need.
Yeah,
And
good.
it wasn't even just, it was all of Oceania, so like New Zealand didn't show up at all, just nobody else came.
There was 4 New Zealanders that came
No,
through?
no, not in the women. Not in the women.
In the women anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a live wire for most of the time.
Yeah, this year New Zealand flew across with the competition, which we were happy to see.
Next year should be pretty good then, hey?
Estonia versus Ukraine here.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they'll keep improving.
Estonia goes
And
to
you'll
the
be healthy
under,
enough to
but
compete.
Ukraine wants to get the back of the neck and she switches to the
It's possible. I'm in the middle. I'm at the start really of a pretty long
As
rehab.
you can see, the left
Right.
leg of the Estonian
I'm
slightly bending to catch
7
herself.
weeks or 6 weeks post surgery.
Keeping that leg forward. She's
Oh, you did get the
also
surgery,
going for a
nice.
throw, but trying to get her hip position properly,
Yeah.
but
What
she's
happened?
scared to lead her hip in, because that's what happened. I was just
For my
saying that,
lateral
she doesn't want to
meniscus,
get her hip in because she knew
squatting,
as soon as she was
barbell
close enough,
squatting,
the
and
Ukrainian
then
was
wrestling.
gonna go, and her timing was off.
Caleb
So
lifts
got that
really,
bad place
really
stitched
heavy.
up. Yeah. And sometimes a little bit recklessly, and yeah, my own stupidity is often my downfall. Unfortunately.
Let me send you his Instagram
Do
if you wanna
you,
see what I mean by this mountain man we found out in the woods.
Estonia's not happy. That's Ashley
so you
up now.
subscribe to Goose's philosophy of the gorilla?
What's
Goes through.
what's the philosophy of the gorilla?
Just no thinking, just stronging.
Yorikiri forever,
Ashley versus
basically.
Japan. This is our opportunity.
Oh right. Well, in the ring, I think Yorikiri
Madison had a beautiful
It's a
win in
good,
her round over him.
is a good thing to focus on. And if you can do that intensely and don't have to think about it, even better.
It's just for all the coaching I've received, all the technique I'm trying to learn, just when I do get into the heat of the match, I just go chest to chest and try and run through you.
Yeah. Well, running is important, but if you don't have anything to solidify your position, you just get spun.
Yeah, that's why I'm losing
You get
matches.
spun and you get pushed backwards. Yeah.
Stay low, Ashley, stay low. See, the thing is, man, everybody needs to try and think about every Japanese person. Not one of them have went for a belt yet.
Very
All of them
nice,
have
nice
just know what they
Oshi.
need.
That was
People
awesome.
should prepare for that, go a little lower. But that's not to Ashley, because this is her first real
Very
experience,
cool.
and she has done really well already. Even there, she didn't get destroyed.
Yeah,
or
there's some
anything.
good ass sumo going on here.
You need to remember, 3 to 5 seconds in a sumo bout is actually a decent amount of time. Such is the fast-paced life
Awesome
of our beloved
footwork.
sport, guys. And here we have Hungary versus another friend of mine, Monika Skiba. from
Real
Poland.
solid sliding.
Oh, very nice. You see the Nodawa to get them up and then finish with a blow to the chest in midsection on the edge.
Noto is quite risky in amateur sumo, because if it slips and you go to the head, that's a disqualification, isn't it?
She's got the better position here. I think the Hungarian made a mistake
No.
there, and Monika
No,
knew
it's not a
exactly what to
disqualification.
do.
It's not, I forget what the
I was
ruling is
actually
though.
speaking with Monika recently, and
No.
obviously
Well, you
she's
can't
now in her
slap
mid-30s
from
and
outside
doing
the
sumo
shoulder.
sports for many,
That's
many
the
years.
ruling
She
on
has many, many injuries.
head contact.
She says that since
Okay.
she made
So no
considerable
like hooks or
tiring,
anything,
she has
just
done a
straightforward
lot in
thrusts.
sumo.
That makes
She's done
sense.
many things and been all over the world.
Yeah, that's right. And some people
Yeah,
uppercut.
we're actually the same age.
Last year at the
She came up
Worlds,
to me and she
there was a
like,
finished,
we're not old, we're just
whatever he
coaching."
was, light
Because we have
heavyweight,
so many
who just
injuries.
loved uppercutting people with his wrist, and no one liked it. No one was a fan of it, but it was
It's a very effective
part of
strike
the
though.
rules. So,
Stuart, do you mean Monica is your sumo crush?
yeah. There's
Oh, Haystacks,
talk
thanks
of,
for joining us, and hello,
changing the
Mama
ruling around
Haystacks.
head
It's
contact
your favourite guy,
in the
Scott
IFS.
here.
So,
Hi.
wait to see what happens from that.
Where's the sumo?
Aye, Caleb.
It's gotta be sumo somewhere, right? There we go.
Here we go.
Dwight Rawson, yes, you can swing and hook
This
a safari.
very Greek looking woman from this far away.
It has to be within your shoulder width, or just at the shoulder width.
Estonians seem to be pretty powerful at sumo, from what Scott's been telling me.
Interesting.
I like that Central to Eastern European area has such a healthy culture of wrestling, though.
That is a loose belt. Look at how high that's riding on the chest.
Yeah.
Think that's intentional? Unlucky. Are you losing weight then since surgery? I imagine you're still doing arms, right?
Yeah. I'm 130 at the moment, which is pretty light for me. But I've actually maintained weight pretty well around the surgery. I've still been training. I've been maintaining muscle mass in my right leg, which is the one that's out of action, pretty
Right.
well. Using EMS and also partial load bearing. So it's going pretty well. My weight's pretty stable.
So that the electromagnetic stuff actually works, even if you're not working it out. I don't know. I don't know anything about this
Yeah,
stuff, so that's super curious.
yeah. Well, it does promote blood flow. Just the
Yeah,
repeated
right.
contraction increases blood flow, and yeah, it's actually used as a treatment to prevent thrombosis in patients in hospital who can't move.
Right.
So because they're
Or
stationary,
like,
they're developing thrombosis in their lower limbs. So they
yeah.
electrically stimulate the muscles.
There you go.
Yeah. No, it's legit.
Presumably like coma patients and stuff too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There you go. Learning
I
things.
got I got one for my dad because he's got like a chronic illness and occasionally he ends up pretty whacked out and sedentary for a week or two at a time, and
Hmm?
he has some problems with clotting in his legs. So I was like,
Mm.
Dad, get an EMS, and when you can't
Yeah.
use your legs, chuck it on. If you're going to be sitting still all day, use some EMS. It's nothing like getting up and going for a walk. You know, it's nothing
Right.
like that. Nothing like actual exercise. But it is better than nothing.
But also in your case, presumably it's going to promote healing too if it stimulates blood flow to the surgically repaired area.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if and not so much like for the meniscal tissue, I'm not sure, but yeah, definitely if there's blood flow to the area, that'd be good. And a big thing with the meniscus is quad strength. So if you have strong quads and properly activated quads, as in there's no quad that's turned off and therefore your knee's sort of unstable or weird, then it promotes quicker recovery just because your leg's stronger and it can support your knee better. But for my left arm, where I ruptured my bicep last 2022, um, I can put the EMS or the TENS setting, which is mildly different, but the same thing, um, on my bicep. And I can pump my bicep for 40 minutes straight, just have it contracting over and over and over again really hard while I'm sitting and watching TV. And the way that tendons get blood supply is it gets washed through them basically with contraction, with muscle activity. So it's yeah, it's got a variety of uses. It's pretty interesting. I'm experimenting with it at the moment. It's going well.
No, it's just so interesting because like as a kid, I feel like that was always the joke on TV is like, I don't know, some like sedentary dude sitting on the couch with like the little fake ab workout machine, like saying he was gonna get ripped, but
Yeah, that's me, mate. Yeah.
yeah.
No, man, if I put it on my abs, it wouldn't do shit. I
there's
think
there, there's
I,
there's some tissue involved.
yeah, I need some car battery or something to get through that fat layer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think it'd be worth your time to come up to Brisbane for a weekend. Because you and my brother would have a
Yeah,
fascinating
I'd
conversation
I'd
about
love
all this.
I would love to. Like, I'd love to come. I would love to go everywhere around the world and just train with interesting people all the time. But I'm sort of
She
broken
almost got
into,
kicked in the ribs.
Damn.
Because my brother like has the job that you're like going to uni for right now. Like he's been working with patients and that whole side of it for a while. I think you'd have a great chat with him. You could come train with us. I'd cook up a barbecue for you. I'd have to cook double though because you're coming around.
Barbecue some tofu. It'd be good.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You're weird.
Weird.
Are you vegetarian?
Rude, mate. I'm vegan.
Vegan, dude, and you still manage to like put on, maintain muscle and weight?
Yeah, it's no problem. Yeah.
I mean, no matter what kind of food you're eating, it's the amount of food that you're eating, you know.
Sure, it's just about macros.
Calories in, calories out.
Yeah, and you're also like a supplement scientist as well, or something.
Canada!
JJ, it's your boy! It's your boy!
He's from BC, I think.
Ah.
So these guys have the longest tradition of sumo in Canada.
Who's the French-Canadian guy that like only ever shows up in our Discord to advertise his club?
That's the Montreal guy.
Like, I'm so undecided if that's rude or not. It's like, hey man, look at my club. Yeah, that's sweet. It's like, do you have anything to do with us though, or what? Like, watch my club. All right.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, no, he was the light heavyweight this year. And I mean, like, to be fair, he is doing a lot of really good work, just growing it in the East.
Yeah, he's putting the word out everywhere. Even in shows Discords that he doesn't watch.
Yep. So I think it's just the mindset, to be honest with you.
Hey Goose, I was just looking at the chat, and you got Adam Franklin asking, what exactly is he watching? Just amateur sumo? I don't know. Do you want a better explanation than that?
World Sumo Championships 2024. It's right there in the title. I don't.
There's nothing else to explain. Fair enough. Fair enough.
This is the pinnacle of amateur sumo every year, Caleb. Is that right?
Yeah, that's internationally. Yeah.
Yeah, because you only get to go here if you're a winner from your region's area.
This particular
tournament is from the continental championships.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, actually, no, it's the national championships. National championships.
So
this particular tournament,
only. It is a winners only get to show here. Best of the best kind of situation. JJ.
This particular tournament is held in Poland. So they move it all around every year, I think. So yeah, this year it was in Poland.
Yeah, next year,
You guys,
Thailand. Last year,
Thailand
was in Tokyo. Yeah.
Hayden lied to me. I thought it was Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan 2026.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Hey Caleb, do you know what's going on with Dan?
I don't. No idea.
There's been no training for 2 months now.
Yeah, right. No, I don't. It might be partly because Joel's away at the moment. I think he's still in Europe. That could be part of it. I know that Pony is actually coming down here this week. He's down at the moment, so he'll be coming to our training next week.
Oh, lovely. Man, I really want to watch you and Tony wrestle. Because he did so well.
Yeah, well, I really want to wrestle him. I want someone that is challenging to wrestle. But
Tony's this 120, fairly lean guy that showed up and won every match at the Oceanic Championships. But he didn't go to Poland, sadly.
Yeah, he'd been training with you guys in Brisbane, and he has a history in judo.
Yeah.
So he's a grappler.
He showed up on his first training match and beat Dan twice. And like, it took me almost a year to beat Dan once. And I'm like, hang on. Who's this guy?
He's a tall, strong grappler, man.
Yeah.
That's what you want for sumo. That's what you want for sumo.
So how's that work then? So he won Oceania. So he won his continental championship. But as far as like amateur sumo worlds, I mean, do you have to pay your way? You got to pay for your own flights. So sometimes people just
Yes,
won't go because can't go,
Yeah.
correct. Yep.
unless you get sponsored or something.
Well, my advice is just hit up your local politicians for a very easy publicity stunt for them. Where it's like, look, I'm sponsoring an international championship. Chuck that up on their like pages or whatever, and look good for an afternoon.
True.
Especially because like ultimately bang for the buck. Like even flying from Australia to Poland, like they're really probably only out like $1,200 American. I don't know what that is Australian, but
A little bit
It
more.
was pretty expensive.
It'd
It
be
was pretty
around
expensive. It
$2,000
was about
$3,000
4,000
there and back.
Australian.
okay.
Yeah, and it's a long flight too, and people were pretty aware that next year it's in Southeast Asia, so the incentive to make the trek this year
That
was
could be
pretty
fun.
low, unfortunately. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Next year's going to be pretty lit.
Because I was all set to to go to Scotland to compete, and then it was like, this is going to cost me $4,000. It's 16 hours to Dubai, 21-hour layover, and then 14 hours
Oh.
to London. I still had to travel after that. It's like, just
And then a bus. Yeah.
yeah.
Looks like Siggy says in chat that second place, that maybe it goes down the line.
Yeah,
Like if you can't go,
that's
they'll
right.
pass on
Yeah.
your qualification. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Who showed up for Oceania this year then?
Joel. And I watched him lose one match, and I think that's all I saw.
Yeah, he only had one shot at it, and unfortunately he went down. But he's a consistent international performer for us.
He just likes
The
competing.
month before,
Ooh, this
he
is a
came
good match.
second in the Scottish Sumo Open in lightweight, and he's been to Worlds like 6 or 7 times.
Wow.
It's good.
So what I'm hearing from you guys is we really need to get the Toowoomba Chicken Company in on sponsoring you guys, going like full on chicken themed sekitori jokes.
Toowoomba Chicken Company.
That's
I don't know.
I tricked him into a highly specific Brisbane joke that no one else will understand.
It, to me it means nothing. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know, fried chicken is fine.
There's like
Oh.
3 chicken shops in Toowoomba, which is an hour and a half drive from Brisbane, called Super Rooster, and the joke is that like that's the best chicken in Australia, and it's just like KFC. It's not a big deal at all. So there's just like kind of quiet agreement to like trick people into going to Toowoomba for just a sandwich.
I'm telling you, if it's working and you're getting lots of people to go to Toowoomba, then surely they can send a couple of Rikishi to Poland, right?
Yeah. So when I was on this guy Kimboshi Sumo's show, like I got him to do like a full ad read that he made up for Super Rooster Toowoomba. What's happening?
I have neither shame nor self-respect. I'll say anything anyone wants.
Hang on. How are these men both middleweight?
On the left, holy yeah.
He's
Oh, they probably
dense,
had
bro.
a different guy for a
Oh, those are some
lightweight.
pretty heavy legs now that I look at it.
Yeah.
His legs are like twice this. Yo.
Look at his calves compared to like his forearms.
Yeah. These weird neck cranks happen a lot in amateur sumo.
Yeah. I notice a lot of people are grabbing the top layer of the belt too. Never really able to get the deep one. Deep belt grip. Ooh!
Happens in pro a fair bit as well.
Yeah. True,
Right.
true.
It's interesting. I'm wondering if some people here are deliberately loosening their top layers, which isn't something I've noticed, but I wouldn't put it past Georgia to have the forethought to do that.
Look at this diplomat.
Yeah, forethought. Yeah, no. Well, I mean, it's legit, I guess. It's in the rules. Do it. Do it if you want. If I knew how to do it, I'd probably do it. But I tend to like a really tight belt myself.
I know Ryuden does it all the time.
They all do. Like they alternate between a wet and super tight belt and a loose one.
Oh, that was the
Depending
safety
on who they're
rule there,
fighting.
wasn't it? Or if you get in for a crush out, you're allowed to
Oh,
put your
that's
hand down
good.
to stop yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that better be enforced
Oh.
properly. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it
good,
got
good
given
on
to the
Georgia.
Georgians, so
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
was enforced
good.
properly.
Good. That's brilliant. Well done. Well
I-
done. Yeah. Apparently the enforcement this year was much better, which
Good.
was very good to see.
Looks like Dan's work paid off.
I do kind of love that though. Like in a lot of sports, the amateur ranks are where you experiment with rules and stuff like that. I don't think the JSA has any interest in learning from the International Sumo Federation, but like that kind of stuff, just preventing injuries seems like a win-win. But
Yeah, I think I'm actually not sure if that safety hand rule is in Ozumo or not. Probably not, I guess. But certainly the JSF is not the JSA. The JSF, they're part of the IFS at this point. So as these rules change internationally, they change in Japan as well. And then
I didn't think about it. Yeah.
It's the same thing.
So that could even be a generational shift if younger guys who are competing within the JSF eventually move forward. Although I guess they moved to the JSA so young that maybe it's not a lot of parallel. But we got a lot of college guys coming through now, so surely they're operating on similar rule sets.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, maybe as they get to like Oyakata status in 15, 20 years, maybe they'll be able to have some influence. But
yeah.
I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't bet on it, and that's fine. It is what it is. And they preserve it. It's fine for me. A lot of the rule changes here are to do with judging consistency as well as as much as anything else. The rules need to be clear and they need to be enforced consistently, and there's a lot of problems with that. Well, there has been. So to have a nice and consistently enforced tournament like this, that's a really good sign. Really good.
That is another good point about the JSA is a closed system, essentially. Like the judges are the same pool of guys, whereas here you're traveling all over the place and need to make sure you're not calling it by Thailand rules when it's in Thailand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. Yep. I mean, there's so many videos online. I saw one recently. I think it was a Russian, I think, but he was competing against the Ukrainian. I actually don't know what competition it was, but anyway, he was excuse me. He was doing this crazy hurricane the whole bout, and that's an amateur competition in Europe, and it's just straight up against the rules, and the judges won't enforce it. So there is problems with enforcement.
That's one of the biggest controversies in UFC as well. Is John Jones is an undefeated fighter except for one match that he lost to disqualification because he did a move that is only illegal in Las Vegas.
What?
It's like a straight down elbow strike is only illegal in the Las Vegas Athletic Commission's rules and not generally a UFC thing. And so that's one
insane.
Loss.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want a situation like that. So these things need to be clear. The rules need to be clear so they can be enforced easily.
Yeah, and a healthy rules commission will really help bring the sport. Because, like, if you can point to exactly what's cool, what's not cool, and let that rock and everyone understands, it's going to help grow the sport a lot better.
Yeah. Even if it goes back to, like, when JJ was talking about his origin story, the, like, 2 friends and a rope in the backyard, at least you know what you're doing.
Bulgaria goes low, Azerbaijan goes a bit high, but goes for the underhooks, and he goes for the throw. Bulgaria went for Watanabe, but it didn't work, blocked.
The hand wrestling going on too right now. Oh, another one.
Well done, Bulgaria.
I mean, he's in a terrible position. Yellow tape. He should lose. But yeah, look, that's on the other guy for losing it at that point. Ah,
Sometimes the winner of a fight is who lost first.
yeah. Azerbaijan was under him. All he needed to do was try to extend into him. Um, he was so low that he couldn't force. Bulgaria twisted him. Ah, yeah.
You see, Rick, you keep calling me the expert. This guy's the expert.
I'm willing to expand the cult. This is fine.
Fine.
Just Australians in general. What if I just make your whole country?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah,
Australians
done.
number one.
Good for publicity.
We'll just bring Caleb and I've already forgot his name. Tony everywhere.
Hey Mike, thanks for tuning in and watching the show with us, man. We really appreciate it. If you have any questions or anything you want to know, fire them away.
Caleb, how do you feel about Kisuna Sato's quote, 12-3 is not a Yusho?
Literally incorrect. Is he referring to for Yokozuna promotion qualification?
He said
Or is
it
he saying
to
you didn't feel happy
to
about
Anosato
qualification?
when he got a 12-3 Yusho.
That's hilarious. Poor Anosato. Oh man, that's a tough work out of.
Yeah, but look at the results, man.
I don't know. I mean, it must have been so hard for Kisuna Sato to get his Yusho. When you look at the competition he had,
Yeah.
he probably needed to make sure Onosato didn't let his ego run away from him, and so it's probably it's probably comes down to good coaching more than anything else.
Like, they still celebrated it. You saw the photos of, like, the after party and things like that. I think the spirit of what he was trying to say was that a 12-3 Yusho is not something to be proud of.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just looking through at his career record, and it is actually pretty astounding. It looks like he had 5 13-2 Jun shows in his career.
Wow.
Like,
yeah, so you can understand his perspective.
Yeah, I see where he's coming from. It does still feel like sour grapes, but like that's brutal. But like you guys both mentioned, like think about the Yokozunas that he was going up against trying to get those shows.
Totally. We're talking Harumafuji and Hakuho, man. Kaku.
Yeah. He still caught the tail end of Asashoryu, and he had Harumafuji, Hakuho, and no, not Kakuryu yet, right? Yeah.
Was Kakuryu not around at the time?
Well, he wasn't a Yokozuna yet, I think.
Right.
But he still would have been fighting him, that's true.
Fuji hitting Ozeki for the first time as well. I mean, he won.
Yeah.
Fuji won his first Yusho in 2015.
Actually, you know what? You're totally right, because that also would have been Takayasu and Tochinoshin on their Ozeki runs too.
Yeah, good point. Yep.
My God, what a golden era of sumo.
Yeah, what a time. I mean, yeah. We're sort of. I think we're really starting to enter the beginning of another.
You want to see a crazy match?
We've got all these young guys.
This is the 2019 5th Division playoff between back from injury Terano Fuji, who wasn't Ozeki, and Roga.
What?
How
old is Roga here?
Like 19, 20.
I was gonna say like 17, but no, yeah, he's 23 or 4 now. Roga's going for it. He's going for it.
Right?
Oh my God!
Roga beat Terano Fuji for the 5th Division playoff. Is maybe the single greatest sumo trivia question.
Wow.
That is a pretty cool little fact. Yeah, that's awesome. awesome.
Is that a Sri Lankan
Man,
flag?
props to Roger for entering at the bottom and working up to where he is as well. You know,
Really
the
did
guys
climb
that
the
do
ladder.
that, it's always
Yeah.
impressive.
What do we have now? Man, Katrina Watts was lovely. I got to talk to her. I walked up to her at the end and was like, hey, thanks for coming down and like doing the officiating here. That was cool of you. She's like, no, thank you for competing. It really means a lot that we have people doing this sumo. It's like, you angel, you.
Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah, Katrina's the best. Go to international sumo. She's great.
Is this still middleweight?
Yeah.
Charge.
Unlucky.
Hey,
Well,
That's a sad man.
That happens all the time in the pros too. Immediate Hataki Komi. It's always rough.
Happened to me at the Oceanic as well. That was a really awkward churichozu.
The amateur Churichuzu always are.
I kind of do that for fun as well, the clap into the hand turn. It's just when I'm walking around at work sometimes.
These guys are lighter than me. I don't know how I'm heavier than these guys.
Money's on Hungary.
Poor Estonia there, Hungary just had these numbers straight away.
Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, Sig, if you ever meet Katrina, like she's so much fun to talk to. She's a little angel. The effort she puts in is noticed. What were you saying about the red tie on the belt earlier?
No, that's very true. We work with what we've got. We'll make
To
a
denote,
video on the grass outside.
one
if we
side of the
absolutely
dojo.
have to. Use a battle rope to make the
Oh,
dojo
to
Tawara if we need
recognize these first
Whatever
best.
we need to do.
Yeah.
It was Zebrajan?
Azerbaijan versus Germany now. There we go. Akiohimurov. The German tries to go low, but Azerbaijan blocks him and keeps his arms up. Oh!
So in amateur sumo, like, are these all just like round robin, and you just constantly go match after match, and wrap it all up in a day?
That was Sukui Nagi.
Depends on the tournament.
Competition. This competition has it's not single elimination and it's not double elimination. It has like a single elimination main bracket, and then you can qualify for repechage if you fall into the top X at the end of the main round. So it might be like the top 8. I'm not sure with the main round.
And you would
Repechage, which is
you'd
just
hypothetically
the second
fall into the
chance.
top 8 based on who you fought? Like, if the guy you lost to is the dude who's the 1 seed?
If possibly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they run their repechage. At Oceania, I ran a double elimination bracket, and that went pretty well. It's similar. It's an evolution of the double elimination format.
I can't see the other side next to the referee. I can't see what they're doing at that side.
Oh my god, some actual pro sumo.
Hands on the belt, for the pole. No, he's got his arm hooked as well.
Yeah, this does look it.
The Georgian's arm from doing anything, and the Georgian is holding his arm from doing anything. Now that lean forward, it's actually the Georgian who's the advantageous position.
Who's got the better position here, Caleb?
But that doesn't mean that can't change in a second.
Dude, I'm right. Considerably. Just look where his head is.
And it looks like the pole's doing it.
Facing towards the middle of his opponent.
Lift outs.
Gaia 1, yes. Only in Japan,
Poland.
kids do by age groups, and adults, there are no weight classes. But every other country on
it's
earth
all over.
does weight classes. It's only Japan that
Poland's
does
got deep
in the
inside, but
professional ranks.
I mean, I can't see what's happening on the other side. So
And obviously the junior guys all do it by
does he have
age
any
groups,
inside on
so
the other
again,
side
it's
as well?
basically open weight as
No,
well.
I think it's an outside.
But
Yeah.
kids tend to
Well, it
keep
might be
same
pretty
size
even.
or thereabouts.
Yeah, it's an outside. They're mirrored.
Now, see, he's seeking an advantage. He's putting Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, that head over the top's a good idea. He's going to try to move soon, surely.
Well, fucking do something. There we go.
Yeah.
Nice. Hard fought. Unfortunately, you have matches after that, so catch your breath, drink some water.
Yeah.
Match.
What do you mean the slow-mo replay?
That match was in slow-mo.
I don't know if like the people on Obama wanted a smoke break or something, but there was like a 2-minute Ichi Nojo match, and they like played the whole thing in slow-mo for the replay.
It's because it's the best match of the night.
I don't know what was going on behind the scenes, but they needed that much time off, but sure.
Is that Mongolia on the right?
The two
Taipei.
raised Mike is very unlikely to get changed, and you know they've had the edges of it.
Hilarious. Did you
When
see
you
that
don't roll,
Tachi stance? How far back he is? On honest Tachi eyes. Goes for a slap down and gets big bodied. Have you been watching Hokuto Fuji this bar show, Caleb?
Yeah, I love Hokuto. He's my man.
He
He's my
steps like wildly to the left in his Tachi eye. Like he's still forward facing, but it's a massive step to the left when he goes forward. And it worked yesterday where he got that like kind of like side slap down.
Right. Yeah, well, he's probably trying to otsuke the right arm for the guys who go Miki Yotsu. It's pretty classic Oshi technique. But the side slap downs are interesting. I haven't watched last night's yet.
Right. This is Azerbaijani? I think I'm a fan of his, I don't know why. I like the cut of his jib.
What kind of birds are those, Goose?
I don't know, man, there's a lot of them. I practically live in a jungle. That one's grey and dark grey and has a yellow beak. That one looks like a crow. Oh no, Indian miners, that's what those birds are. There's some like magpie looking type birds that have shown up recently, and I've been feeding them ham from the window still. It looks like a mother and her 2 chicks. I've named the mother 2016 Nissan Pulsar XR. She doesn't have a nickname, you have to say the full thing every time. The other one is 3rd of July 1987. And the other chick is E Honda from Street Fighter.
Mint.
There's not really any rules to naming birds because I don't respond to it, so I just kind of went with whatever.
No, fair enough.
Who's this guy, Mongolian?
Yeah, Mongolia v Poland.
Damn, I'm good. Oh, he just went knucks down, crashed in. He didn't wait for the Hakuei.
No, he just went for it, dude.
Good, get pulled up on it, mate. Do the rules properly. I tell you what, the Mongolians love the game the Tachi, or they used to. They could. So maybe he's anticipating that. That lose half belt, bro.
Yeah. Falling apart, man.
It's just gone.
Solid strat. It's working for him. Worked really well for him.
Or hometown hero.
I wouldn't know
tell you
how
what
you
I
go
want.
about just making the top layer loose like that.
I guess just pull it tight, have someone hold it there, and then just really loosely wrap the last ones and tie the knot.
Yeah, I
Your knot would
guess.
need to be really good.
Tie it tight, and then just kind of slowly unravel it while it's tied, and then tie the knot.
Yeah, I like that.
Makes
That sounds
sense.
good. Um, I'll tell you what I want them to fix, what I want them to change is the country name. Don't even know what you call them. Little bits of cloth that denote the country that you put in the front of your mawashi. Those things are silky in texture. In my match last year against a big Ukrainian, he was pushing me backwards. And I reached for the front of his belt, to try and stop him. I got under his belt and then slipped straight out on the silk of the name of the country tag.
Right.
Those things are slippery as fuck, and the way that you wear them is you tuck them under your mawashi. So you're literally just making some of your mawashi slippery, and they should have a better system.
Yeah, like a
I mean-
dispatchable part of the mawashi.
Or just like
I mean,
put it on their jersey on their chest instead.
If there's one thing I would change about amateur sumo, I would allow weapons.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of weapons we talking here, Goose?
Whatever you can find on the way in the building. Let's get creative.
Okay.
Someone's with a chair. Someone's with one of those bollards in the back there. Someone's with one of the Polish women.
Being made out of canvas makes sense, right? Because then it feels like it wouldn't be so fucking slippery.
That sounds better. I'd much rather have canvas, but even if it's a slippery cloth, I put pressure on that and it slips right out. That would piss me off.
How about like a band that goes around the layer of the mawashi that can't like be pulled off?
Yeah, maybe.
How about just don't bother?
Well, something that maybe making sure people only tuck it into a single layer. So talk about rule enforcement. How fucking painful would that be? So yeah, but both of the women have only got to
Who's
tuck
this
it into
American
one
lady?
layer, at least on top anyway.
I had no clue. Yo, hey Jake.
I agree, though. I don't entirely know. Well, I guess for people in the arena to know what's going on, I don't know.
Dropped. Siggy, who's this American lady?
What I know
Malik. Siggy, who's Malik? Dropped. We love Polish women around here. Mostly because I recognize them and they have really good looking leotards.
Not because they're big and blonde.
That helps. Hey, you're big and blonde too. You watch your mouth.
I'm not blonde.
Oh, am I just blind? Alright, never mind. Everyone observe one of the worst jokes I've told on this show.
Mika, my Japanese mawashi was a beast as well, yep. Unfortunately, I no longer have that. But that's okay, it's went to a very good home and it will remain on display if the Japanese things
That's
for the
awesome.
general console for
My mum should come to
after
Worlds
I'm
with me
gone
next
from
time.
this earth. So I'm more than happy and it'll always be known that it came from me and Clan
Have to
Sumo,
go in
and
the
that in itself
Super
is an honour
Seniors.
more than having the belt, in my opinion, for my
Super Seniors?
Yeah, new division. We're pioneering it. Let's go. Ages 60 plus.
Yes!
Match is determined purely by bone density.
There's actually a maximum bone density, and you can't go over it.
If you're over, then they're like, oh, he's doping. This guy drinks a gallon of milk a day.
This dude does not have enough osteoarthritis for this division.
What's the rule on hip replacements in the 60 plus? Is that considered cheating? Is that
Oh.
like steroids for them?
Just wait, Caleb, hear me out. Hear me out. If you have titanium knees, that reduces your bone density, gets you into the qualification categories. You got less bone, more metal.
Might yeah, metal is denser though, so I think we'll have
Well,
to
that's fair.
have an independent inquiry on this issue.
Lord knows the Russian judges are going to be complicated in this matter.
Yeah, the Russians will just have to be all metal, all metal.
He said they just come toddling out.
Titanium skeletons.
Exactly.
They're gonna fire. They're gonna make Wolverine a reality just for the sake of Super Seniors winning.
Oh, so they're the prototype for Terunofuji's new exoskeleton.
Yeah.
And Terunofuji will surpass Tamawashi's record, but at age 55.
Man, Tamawashi, what a fucking legend.
Right?
Insane.
Amazing. Nearly 40.
He looks like he's breaking every longevity record, by the way. He's dominating some matches.
Yep.
So the older Tamawashi goes without retiring, the older I plan to be before I stop being 140 kilos. So keep going, Tamawashi.
You're just
Your
like,
test
it's
dummy.
a case study for what you can hang on your frame.
Yeah.
I like how that's a decision for you, by the way.
Oh, well, of course. I mean, if you're not in control of your weight, are you an athlete or are you a fat dude?
Yeah, you know what, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right, I'm not disciplined enough. You make a good point.
I mean, I wasn't specifically referring to you, but yeah, sure. I wouldn't call you fat. I'd call you skinny.
Thanks, I guess.
I wouldn't call you skinny. I wouldn't call you skinny. You're built strong.
I'm pretty sure.
And skinny isn't an insult anyway. Skinny should be a compliment. Bring it back.
I'm just saying I have a gut that I've been trying to lose for a while and just can't despite my strength. But we'll be okay.
Yeah, right.
I have this problem with food tastes good.
Yo.
Yeah, it's an issue.
Real quick, just the match, like, so this woman representing India, I didn't see a single Indian man in the middleweight. Are they well represented at all in amateur sumo?
There was 2 Sri Lankans at the Scottish Open that I saw.
Okay.
Well, there is a Indian team and there's a Sri Lankan team. They came in here and trained. I want to say before COVID, like 2018, and they were talking about coming and training here this year, but nothing came of it. So I know there's stuff happening. I know there's a population of them. I'm not sure how well they managed to travel internationally. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, because like in
I'd
India,
love
it's called
to see some Indian stuff.
it's called Pelwani, right? They have their own basically like I guess
Yeah.
folk wrestling for like bulk, like lomb, like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, it seems like if they could get some dudes to pivot off of that, they'd be good.
Yeah, well, massive wrestling culture, that's for sure.
Yeah. That's the other one I was talking to Goose and JJ the other day on though. But do you guys ever watch Lut wrestling or Lom in Senegal and?
Sorry.
Oh no, I'm just jabbering.
No, what was that?
My like Lom wrestling in Senegal. You ever watch that?
Yeah, I've seen it clips.
Yeah, I wonder too, because that's also it's not exactly belt fighting, but kind of, and they have a lot of striking in it, so you'd have to coach that out of guys. But that's another thing I wonder, like, Because sumo internationally, even at this level, I'm seeing a lot of Europeans, a handful of North Americans, and then like Central and East Asians, but like not a no. Well, okay, Brazil is represented, so I can't say that it's not, but no Africa and not a ton of South Asia.
Well, yeah, there's certainly not like Central Africa or anything like that. Mm. Yeah, yeah, it's a fair point. I wonder why that is. I don't know. There's exposure to it probably. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
because
don't
like
get exposed to it.
you're totally. It's got to be exposure, and then just you don't get exposure because like money. You'd have to send a guy over, and could you get a guy into a heya to be a focal point or something like that? But also like traditionally, when all the Eastern European dudes came over in the late '90s, early 2000s, wasn't it like financial incentive really bringing them over? They could make more money in sumo than they could make in their home countries.
Yeah, it probably was. Yeah, and that,
Because
like that's sort of, I think that's generally a problem for Ozuna at the moment. It's
yeah,
incentivizing people to join.
yeah, that's true. I see Siggy in there because there was that Rikishi from Egypt, so Egypt was there.
Yeah.
Oh, Cameroonians. Okay, so and that's West Africa, so that's where that folk wrestling is at. So that makes sense.
Oh,
I
awesome.
don't know.
Cool.
Yeah, I just think it'd be super cool if you could see different stuff. Just like obviously bulk has helped Mongolians rise up in sumo, and I'm just always curious these other like related forms of folk wrestling if they could do the same thing, whether it's Pelwali or Lom or whatever.
Sure they could. If you're big and strong and know how to grapple, you do well in sumo.
Yeah, dude, those Senegalese guys are gigantic.
India also has a very like healthy and long tradition of strength culture as well. They have their own wrestling that goes on there. Caleb, you heard the stories of the Great Gama, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I bet he's got up your alley, actually. Oh, man. That's the leg attack.
I'll tell you right now, Team USA should be proud of Leah's performance there because she did not embarrass them.
Man.
Ooh, scam calls, fun. Someone just rang me. That was clearly a robot voice letting me know that my mobile phone was going to be discontinued today. Press 2 for Chinese.
Well, you better hurry up and send them money.
I'm just looking for a friend, so I stayed on the line with him.
Man,
Apparently a lot of those scam calls are aimed at Chinese students coming to uni.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's why you answer the phone and it's in Chinese, and they go, oh shit, it's someone pretending to be official speaking Chinese. I'm in Australia, I must be in trouble.
Never mind
Huh.
if you don't and you know the odd word, you've no chance of knowing anything that I'm saying. So here we go, next repechage. Oh, straight throw, Thailand didn't even know what happened there. Straight throw, well done. That
Nice
was
and low.
unreal, that's
Rough, that was
the
cool.
Bulgarian
Okay,
last
touch
year.
Man, well
I'm
done.
sure it was, Bulgaria.
Women's sumo is cool.
That was
Goal.
right, yep, I
Dope.
heard Katrina there, Bulgaria. Well done, Bulgaria.
It's interesting. Women's lightweight sumo is interesting. Where was I going with that? There was this one mother-daughter that were coming to the Brisbane training for a while, but they dropped off. And then I saw her at some, the 17-year-old, she's 18 now, in Japan, at some, like, high school tournament teams thing.
Yeah.
So she's actually gone over there to live the dream and compete at sumo in Japan. Like, good for her, man.
that's
Oh,
dope.
That's happened. Pretty cool.
Ready to go, Hikimasio.
That's
Straight in.
the kind of toucher I'm talking about. I see this a lot in amateurs. Is this like a hip? This woman in the red. Is this like a hip mobility thing or like a style thing? What's up with this high touch here? Caleb?
Well, yeah. Well, if we think about the Pacquiao, the most important thing to load, right, is your glutes through the hips, so you can extend through the hips. If that's a slippery surface, and she's Norway too, right? So she has some experience on these sorts of dojos in Europe. Um, if you can load the hips and then thrust forwards really hard, that's the main thing. If you can put quad drive in it as well, that's great, and it's going to make you move faster and further. And so you might hit harder if you're going for some sort of like speed-based tachi. But a high hip-based tachi is okay. And it certainly it can have a nice curved motion to the contact,
Right.
which pushes your opponent upwards. Yeah, it's legit. If I was coaching her, yes, I'd be telling her to get a bit lower and probably working on her with that. But if it works well for her, that's more important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Straight in now. Pernille goes for the
Yeah,
underhook. She is not
sometimes you
messing.
see
Straight wide.
particularly really heavy guys
What an
doing those
amazing
sorts of
victory for Norway.
catchy eyes, and
Congratulations, Pernille.
then I would assume it's because they don't have the quad strength to
Very
support their
strong
weight
sumo.
and to support a
Very,
lower catchy
very
eye,
fast
or they're
from
not
Toshi.
mobile
Well
enough,
done,
and that's
Norway.
its own problem. But if it's like a deliberate style choice to load the hips really hard, then yeah, it's
So now
fine.
it's India vs Bulgaria.
Because I've been mixing up my squats recently, talking about mobility. I
Right.
go like actual ass to grass now. Like full calf completely lined up against the hamstring, just as low as I can get, then shoot straight back up. That shit's hard, man. It's taking like 30 kilos off my max
What's that?
squat.
Sorry? What was that? Say that again.
I like
What have you been
actually
doing?
like sit down as far as I can in the squat
And we're off in
because I'm pretty
Okay.
flexible like that.
play in
Like
India
as
Yeah.
as ass to grass as I can get, and it's taking about 30 kilos off my max squat, but it does feel pretty fun.
Right. Are you pausing down there and then exploding out of the bottom, or are you just doing nice smooth reps out of?
I'm pausing there
What are you
for a
doing?
little bit, so I'm not like bouncing off of
Yeah.
it or anything.
Uh-huh. Oh, that sounds good, man. I mean, that's an effective way to build strength and muscle mass.
Yeah.
And if you can accelerate over a longer distance, like a longer movement, more extension, so hip extension and quad extension in the tachi, then you will accelerate faster and you'll reach a higher top speed. So,
Okay.
so it's useful. It's useful to do what you're doing. And if we're sumo athletes, then we should be strong through a big range of motion. We need to be flexible and athletic,
True.
which is the thing a lot of people lack,
Still laughing.
to be athletic.
I've been
Oh, we got now. Men's heavy.
Ooh, baby. Hey, speaking of athleticism in sumo, this probably I was talking to JJ about this the other day, although it's not necessarily in his neck of the woods either. But there was like a TikTok that was going viral for a little while of a couple dudes who have a Chicago Bears podcast, and one of them just happened to have stumbled onto the May Ba show and was watching Terunofuji, and so in America, the immediate thing is like, I bet this guy can play right tackle. Just offensive line in the NFL, which there's lots of reasons why traditionally that doesn't work. But the other guy just kept pissing on him, basically saying like there's no way he'd ever pass the conditioning test that an offensive lineman has to go through. But like as far as frames and weight, it's the same. But what do you guys think in terms of like cardio and stuff like that for Rikishi? Like,
For pro
because
Rikishi,
or sorry, like cardio
um,
among sumo wrestlers, like is the stamina really there, or is it something where it's like a lot of athleticism in short bouts, or like would that translate to other sports?
um, well, that's an interesting question, I think, because you're training for power expression. You're not really training for power endurance, but
Gotcha.
you are doing very long training sessions during Keiko. You're gonna go an hour to 2 hours um, of work if you're in shape and you're fit and you're not, resting an injury or something. And something like Shiko, something like constant
Hmm.
Suriashi drills, or something like staying in the ring and doing 5+ bouts in a row, that's
Hmm.
going to build significant significant cardiovascular fitness.
Yeah.
Both anaerobic and aerobic. I think the problem in terms of being fit for the average Rikishi is just going to be being really heavy, really
Yeah.
fat. You know, if they drop weight, they're going to have a solid base of fitness, assuming they're well trained in sumo. But obviously, you would start doing cardio training. Cardio ability is one of the things that you both gain and lose the quickest. So, I mean, if someone's going to go and try out for what were you saying, a defensive line or something on or
Yeah.
whatever it was in NFL, I mean, well, I
Yeah,
assume they're
you
going
got
to do
it.
some cardio training. So
Yeah.
if they shift a bit of 5-10 kilos of fat, and they pump their cardio right up, then they can do that quickly because that's the nature of cardio. Then that shouldn't be a problem.
That's super interesting. Is that just like the adaptability of the heart and lungs as muscles or something like that? Or I guess the lungs aren't really a muscle,
Yeah,
but the heart
exactly.
as a muscle?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I'm not as informed in cardio training as I am other sorts of training, but yeah, certainly it comes and goes relatively quickly. There is long-term adaptation as well. You know, that can't be denied, but I think they would be probably promoting quite a lot of that adaptation already in sumo training, assuming they're training hard for long periods of time daily. You know,
Oh,
which
hey,
Right.
it should be, which it should be, boys and girls.
it's him, Goose. It's the guy.
Huh?
Is this
This is-
the French Canadian?
Yeah. Guy on the left here. Being told to move back.
Straight in, Carol goes low, head on the chest, doing it a leaf straight out of Japan's book there for his victory. Unfortunate for Canada.
Dude, that guy looks like he's from
Okay.
Quebec.
Yep.
Nice.
Like he looks like he's gonna like walk off the dohyo and go smoke 3 cigarettes and then hop back on.
Would not be surprised.
This is my interpretation of people from Quebec.
When's Caleb gonna be a guest on the show? He already has been. Siggy just exposed herself as a fake fan.
Damn.
I want Seth on the show. How come everyone else has got him but me? I tried reaching out and couldn't get him. How did the sumo punks land him?
Lovely guy, pleasure of getting to know him and we chatted a lot.
Feel free to make
We're
that
even
shirt,
sharing
Siggy.
our footage
That'd
of
be
the
awesome.
highlights and recordings
If I see
that
myself
we
quoted
made
on the shirt, that would be
after
really
the
good for my
fact.
ego. So
Also, at some point
I'm all
today,
for
I'm
it.
hoping to
Well, I
introduce
have
it.
used
So look out
photos
for
of
that.
you a fair bit for the
I
show
don't know what time that
because
may be,
those photos on your
because you don't
Instagram
get to pick the time,
before
but
you put on all the fat
hopefully it
where you
happens.
look like fucking
So USA
jacked.
versus France right now, and
Whereas,
Dude,
like, this is what
Goose-
a lot of these guys
Goose-
look like underneath all the weight.
Yeah.
yeah.
Goose linked me to your
That's actually
Instagram and it's comical, man.
He will
Oh,
face
well,
Poland
thanks, guys.
next.
Thanks. Yeah. Well, I mean, at that point in time, I was focused specifically on hypertrophy training for bodybuilding. But
Hayato Miwa,
yeah, I mean, I'm 5'10", and I was getting lean and ripped in the mid 90 kilos.
actually,
Right,
read that
so
right there. First
you can,
time as well, eh?
apply that.
Getting all
Think
good
about
at
them
this
as mass
English language,
that these
aren't
guys
we,
have,
guys?
the pros.
It is a good
For
point.
Americans, that's just over 200 pounds.
Morgan, the new guys in UK, they do
TJK.
need to start somewhere. Absolutely, that's exactly what I was saying.
Turkmenistan?
Tajikistan.
Tajikistan?
Tajikistan.
Have nothing to
Yeah.
prove. If you've
What?
done this before,
And this
you've had
this
the
gentleman is a
opportunity to
monster.
start
Holy
up the
smokes.
game, but with the newest guys, yeah,
Or maybe this
absolutely.
Japanese dude's just not that tall. I don't know.
Again, just bulldozing
Tajikistan,
everyone.
Central Asia. Fascinating.
Oh.
The Google Maps just immediately shows me Japan for some reason.
Anatolia is a really good
Tajikistan. This place is tiny. No wonder I've never heard of it.
This one goes.
Estonians are pretty top tier from what I've heard.
Is Baruto still involved in Estonian sumo at all?
Hope so.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he must be. I just don't know if it's purely
Yeah,
advertising or if he trains with them. He is? Okay.
No, he trains them. He trains them. I think he runs even like a specific sort of school in Estonia. He's big in Estonian sumo. He was at Worlds last year. He was looking very huge and scary, I must say.
Love it.
He's around. He's good friends with John actually. They were going to open a sake brand together. John Trail.
Welcome to our new people in the chat watching the stream. You're very welcome. So good to have you here.
You think Tochinoshin's going to do the same thing in Georgia? He seems to have a ton of like national pride as opposed to, not that these guys don't, but I think both Kaisei and Aoyama got Japanese citizenship, so they intend to stay in Japan rather than going back.
Tochinoshin is importing wine.
Yeah, I saw his dad has a wine company, and I guess maybe that's his deal. Okay.
He also does honey.
Actually, I joked about the one thing I would change in sumo. The actual one thing I would change in sumo is making Yokozuna grants you Japanese citizenship. The fact
that one honestly just makes sense to me.
Yeah, the fact that Hakuho and Teruno Fuji had to wait years after the fact is like, bro, come on.
Because you're technically, I think you're technically a living national treasure or whatever as a Yokozuna, because sumo is considered a national institution or whatever. So, not national at all, but still a treasure?
Yeah, you get etched in the history books.
Well, you're meant to be the earthly embodiment of a kami if you're a Yokozuna.
How does that not grant you Japanese citizenship? Earthly embodiment of the kami. Yeah, no, I think Tochinoshin's just focusing on the
Fair enough. I mean, you gave 25 years of your life to it. You're allowed to walk away.
He's got a good grip in the belt. His opponent's trying to grab his wrist but so that he can't lift the front of his frame up. He'll not want him to do that. Great circling from Kyrgyzstan. He knew he was about to lose position there, so he took 2 steps back and repositioned himself well. Bulgarian is not playing though, he's got a tight grip on his arm. They're frozen in position. If this was Ozumo, everyone would be clapping right now. Each man just vying for the potential position to push the other one out. They're trying to go for the centre, as you can see. About evenly matched, to be fair. Both men are really evenly matched. He's keeping that. Oh, he went for that ankle pick. Did you see that there? But I think it was more for a trick. Each guy is seriously equal footing here. This could go to anybody. Bulgaria keeps catching his hand as he's going for that inside to lift the front of his body up. And the power of the Bulgarian holding him up, whether the Kyrgyzstan guy, he's had the advantageous position the whole time.
I haven't eaten today, and it's almost 8 o'clock, so I'm gonna go make dinner.
This is madness.
I forgot, okay?
Well, I wish you many steaks in your future, sir.
Oh man, no, it's just that. Fuck, man. God damn it.
or rather, enjoy your bowl of Cheerios. Is that more accurate?
Nah. I don't know what I have in my fridge, but it's not steak. I know that. You guys have a good one. I'll probably be back in a bit.
Later, JJ.
Bye bye.
ready here. Yuri Vaja, multiple-time world champion, multiple-time European champion. He's even won juniors and then senior gold in the same tournament here. Truly an exceptional wrestler, exceptional, and he always seems so calm. Taipei's not playing about either here. He's a good wrestler, solid legs. He's got a good position with his legs and hip right now. I'd say better than the Ukrainian. Ukrainians get the overreach with the right hand, he's reaching over the top, which is not that great, but I feel like he's got a better position with his left. Whether the man from Taipei does not have a grip with his second hand, which is worrying, then he goes to let him go for it and then circles him. This pull round. Shades of Kirishima there, wee Mongolian tactic that. Going for the switch in. Both men kind of equal footing here. Kind of equal footing. Now if the Taipei guy wins, and goes for the throw. Well done, Ukraine.
So, no reason any of you would know the answer to this, but I'm just curious now, like, Caleb, with your situation, are there any, like, top division Rikishi who are vegan? Because I just think about communal living, and I imagine it's just,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of chonko, so I don't know.
Yeah, I doubt it, man. I doubt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a it's a conservative culture. I mean, when I was in Japan, I could find vegan food
Oh,
everywhere
yeah.
I went, no problem.
Yeah,
But
the Buddhist culture, yeah, no problem.
in terms of in the stables, I mean, say I'm a young guy and I join Sumo, and they cook me Machenko after my first practice, and I say, no, I'm not going to eat that because it's got meat in it. I don't know how
Yeah.
well that's going to go down.
Fair. Very fair.
Like I might get my bowl smashed into my face or something. I have no idea. So I doubt it. I doubt there's any top division Rikishi who are vegan. But I'd be fucking stoked to hear that there were. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, like if anyone, it's Ura. I mean, it's not, but if anyone, I could see Ura just like doing that.
Well, Ura's famous for his what was it? 5 cheeseburgers a day or something. I've forgotten what it is.
Yeah, I have not heard this. I love this so much.
Yeah. Like he
He's
went on when he was gaining weight. He was like, I'm gonna eat. I ate what was it? 2 or 3 double or triple cheeseburgers every day. It's like 50 grams of protein in every every cheeseburger and heaps of calories.
But Ura's on that dirty bulk. We went to the steps. Okay, yeah. So Siggy says that when they were there at stables, he just ate meat with them, which again makes sense and tracks with what you're saying, Caleb.
Yeah. Yeah, I just went vegan when I went to Japan, and I had a lot of troubles. I ended up eating meat and feeling pretty horrendous about it, and I haven't gone back since. But it comes down to being prepared. You need to plan ahead. If you're going to travel somewhere, you need to know what you're doing. You need to know what that you're going to have a source of meat. Not meat, sorry, food, a source of food.
Protein. Yeah. No, but like
just
especially
food
because
source.
yeah, you totally can prepare for that nowadays. Like if you just go online, like you can find, especially in cities like Tokyo, Osaka, whatever. I mean, actually, no. Anywhere in Japan, you're gonna find a restaurant that serves vegan
Oh,
food.
totally. Oh, absolutely.
Like you can go
There's
to
heaps.
Aomori and you'll find it.
Yeah, yeah. There's heaps, and there's heaps of vegan specialty places as well. Happy Cow is a good app that you can use on your phone. It's like Google Maps for restaurants, but specifically for vegan stuff. So it's
Nice.
really good. Yeah. I think if I went to a stable, I'd have to make sure I told them and explain them, like to visit. Um, yeah, maybe that'd be a source of tension. I tell you what, we've got the Mongolian X Pro and the Tongan X Pro here, Minaminashima and Hoshi Hikaru, and telling them that I was vegan was pretty interesting, pretty funny.
Just long blank stares or what?
Yeah, yeah, and they're just like, oh, okay. And like the Mongolians too, man, like their culture is just like eat as much meat as you can. Meat, 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 meat. Awkward, awkward. I don't think they had a lot of respect for that when I told them that that's on them, honestly.
Oh yeah, 100%. For you, is it cultural reasons, physical health reasons, like?
Well, I went vegetarian for the environment mainly, and
Yeah, of
then
course.
I went vegan. Then I went vegan for the animals, and
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
the main thing that keeps me vegan.
Yeah.
But of course, it's also vegans live longer. They have less
Yeah.
deficiencies. Better for the environment,
Oh.
and yeah, no cruelty. Nice, or less cruelty.
Yeah, I was wondering because the way you I don't know. Goose knows your background better than me. I don't know if you're studying kinesiology or nutrition and food science or some just if the two just collide in your hobbies or whatever. But I got to imagine that. What's that?
No, yeah, yep.
Yeah, no, just like because it seems like it would be easier to control what's going in that situation. Like it's easier to figure out where your macros are coming from and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I think because I was a bodybuilder, um, I was so totally on top of and dialed in to my
Yeah.
nutrition. Everything that I ate in a day is planned and cooked ahead of time. Everything,
Yep.
every single thing. And so I mean, and that's important for high level athletics, athletic pursuits in general, right? All the top athletes, it's all pretty focused. It's all pretty deliberate. Anyway, so continuing that habit and that practice, it was pretty easy to just go, oh, I'm just going to find something that fits my macros that tastes good. It's pretty simple. And I mean, all you need to do in general with veganism or vegetarianism is you just got to find some stuff you like to eat.
Yep.
And then cook that every day.
Yeah. Even I'm not neither vegan nor vegetarian, but ultimately, I probably, if I'm cooking for myself, just make the same 10 things in rotation anyway.
Yeah,
like you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. If you can't, you need to be able to cook for yourself. If you want to sustainably be vegan, you need to be able to cook food you like.
But then, like you and Goose were talking about, like you haven't had any problem not keeping weight on by shifting to. I've got to imagine it's a lot of beans, it's a lot of tofu, like trying to find protein to stay Gorilla Monsoon style.
Yeah, man. My caloric intake is fucked. Like it's ridiculous. But yeah, I just eat a lot, massive meals frequently. Yeah. Tofu,
Oh, and
beans, olive oil, canola oil. Soy milk is one of my big sources of protein. It's fortified with B12 automatically. Like if you buy any sort of plant milk, often it's just got B12 added, so that's never really an issue. And soy milk, soy is a complete protein source, and it's low in saturated fat. So, brilliant.
So see, like, because this almost sounds like it's. I mean, I'm sure it's not, because I'm sure at the end of the day, Uda's 5 cheeseburgers just win. But like, it sounds like it makes more sense. I used to know a guy here in Kentucky who was a bodybuilder and had lots of problems. Like, I don't know, I don't know why he was doing it because he seemed to always be miserable and hate it. And he's like, I gotta always eat. I'm losing weight all the time. And so I don't know. That's why I was curious about
Yeah.
being vegan. Yeah.
No, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. Like, it was, yeah, it's difficult. It doesn't matter if like veganism uh, doesn't matter on this topic, but just in general, once you hit a certain point, it becomes really difficult to keep gaining weight because you burn so much fucking energy that you
Oh,
just
if
have
you're
to
muscle burns
eliminate.
fat, right? Like just
Yeah,
having muscle
that's right.
raises your resting heart. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. And when I was bodybuilding, I used to, train twice a day and just have as high muscle mass as I could sustain. And to continue to gain weight, it had to be regimented and consistent. I'd miss one meal on Monday, and then if I miss another meal on Tuesday, and I weigh myself on Wednesday, I go, oh shit, I've lost half a kilo. Right? Like legit, it really quick, really, really tricky stuff. You have to be super
Yeah.
consistent at a certain point. It's less of a problem in sumo because I just go mass calories. I'm not paranoid about maximum muscle mass to the same extent.
Gotcha.
But
All
still, it's
all
still
bulk,
tricky.
no cut.
Still difficult to get. Yeah, yeah, essentially. So, sort of. Um, yeah, yeah. But it is difficult to gain weight. It's difficult. Gotta eat a lot because even if you just start eating more, your metabolism will adjust. Metabolism will pump up, and you'll burn more calories. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. And so, again, presumably that's why you get peaks and plateaus. Like you're gaining
Yeah,
some weight, but
totally.
then you're doing the same thing and nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yep.
I'm
You
still here.
Hello.
My uncle has called me, though.
Hi, Goose's uncle. Yeah, no, I'm just and just again bringing it back to sumo or like, because these dudes are in a different situation, much more. I feel like everyday healthy. Like they've obviously put on weight, but it's not the only thing in their life like a top division wrestler would be. Because Goose and I were talking a couple weeks ago about like how he in his personal life, he's like, yeah, I get that Hakuho says always put the weight on, but my sumo's not worth it or whatever compared to the rest of my life. But I don't know, just thinking of all those things sort of in combination.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, that's totally right. I mean, you got to judge your personal priorities, and there's weight divisions in amateur sumo. So, yeah. If you
True.
if you if you if you have a goal that's important to you to succeed internationally at a high level in amateur sumo, then you just need to make sure you're near the top of your weight category. That's all. And for me, I'm a heavyweight, so that's possible because I'm not going to bulk up to 200 and something kilos. I need to be a strong weight for my style and for my frame.
Yeah.
I talk about functional weight. You need to be able to use your body weight. You don't want your body weight to be inhibiting you. You need to
Yeah.
be able to use it as a weapon. Yeah.
It's a good point, even with just like Takakeisho constantly on my mind these days or whatever. But I do feel like he made a conscious choice to put the weight on, but he always had the 45-degree angle. His weight was always part of those forward thrusts, so it did make
Yeah.
sense. It did destroy his body
Totally.
though.
Totally, man. I mean, November 2020, he beat Terunofuji in playoff, and that was the heaviest I ever saw Takakeisho. He was 183, I think, and he's 5'9", right?
I was gonna say he's like
He
170
blasted.
centimeters or something.
Yeah, 5'9". He's 175, so he's actually not that short, but he's just
Okay.
so down.
Horizontal.
Yeah, dude, I mean, he's a beast. I mean, go watch that. Like November 2020 playoff, man. It was awesome. They fought on the last bout in the last match of the
Yeah.
day. Terunofuji
Yep.
beat him to force a playoff, and then
Yep.
Keisho beat him in the playoff. It was fucking amazing.
Oh,
Just
I remember. I
absolute
remember it.
weapon. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good. Man,
Hi, welcome to
bulldozer,
Sumo.
human
I'm your host
bulldozer.
for tonight, Goose. JJ leave?
I guess.
Yeah, JJ had not eaten food in over 24 hours, and so he decided to do that.
Well, that was silly of him.
I said the same. No, yeah, but that makes, I don't know. Just, and again, because like you're talking about, when you're talking about weight and frames, like Terunofuji is 6'2", 6'3", but like he has a massive frame that he's hanging that weight on.
He's broad. He's actually. This sounds funny. Okay, this is going to sound weird. Teruno Fuji, when he's in shape, is relatively lean. Okay.
Go on.
Lean. A lot of the sag that you see on some of the big guys is loose skin. So it comes from being big and then losing weight. So often when they get saggier but smaller, they're actually leaner, even though they're saggier, which is funny. But you can see that muscle mass of Teruno Fuji. And when I say leaner, I don't mean lean. I mean he's like 30% body fat.
Yeah.
But leaner. Yeah.
Again, reportedly sitting out this tournament because of diabetes.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. It does make me think though, when you the loose skin. So are you saying Aoyama, who my friend Aaron affectionately calls the melted ice cream cone, is very lean?
No, I'm not saying that. No, he's definitely not very lean. Definitely not.
Alright, we can actually start skipping around again, so not just stealing con. Yo, Kelly! No, it's not. Never mind. Has the same haircut though. It's not Kellyanne.
The Japanese Kellyanne, is it? Yeah. Speaking of Takakasha, I'm anticipating she's going to be a thruster, but maybe she won't be. Yeah, Oshi into Yorikiri.
Yeah. No, you're not kidding. That did look very much out of the Takakasho playbook.
Yeah, well, she was trying to go for that Otsuke, that palms on Oshi Tachiai, and she just got under and capitalized. That's what you got to do. A lot of guys, yeah, it's tricky when you're doing Oshi or thrusting because you get your opponent in such a good position to then slip under the arms and take a Yorikiri. Your mind's not even thinking about that because you're just focused on pushing Oshi. So sometimes you miss all these opportunities. I think that's part of why the best guys, the best Yokozunas, are super versatile. They incorporate everything. They take advantage of every opening.
Yeah. Oh, it makes sense. Goose and JJ and I had a whole conversation about that where I was just trying to mine them for information on that. Like, how do you make those quick calculations on the dohyo of how to switch and when to switch? Which is where Goose brought up his way of the gorilla. He's like, no calculations, just always one dimension.
Yeah, he's not too far off it because if you're just pumping the reps out right in training, you're doing hundreds of bouts. You're doing maybe 100 bouts a week. For a long period of time, it just becomes muscle memory, and it just that's how it needs to be. You need to know how it feels. You need to know what's good by doing it over and over and over again.
Right.
And having someone yell at you when you're doing something wrong, making sure you correct and learn the correction.
It's sadly so true.
Well, with my kickboxing specifically, you train like certain drills and certain moves over and over and over again until it becomes a habit, until it becomes instinct, until it becomes reflex.
Exactly.
And so, like, you'll see someone like throw a punch and then pull their like arm back in a certain guard, and you don't go, he's holding in this position, I should throw across. Your arm's just kind of already throwing that hook because you've seen it before you even realize what you're doing. And a lot of that comes into sumo as well. You just instinctively understand what position you need to be in and what you should be doing.
totally. In that learning period where you're trying to incorporate something that isn't instant muscle memory yet, um, of, that's awkward and you can lose a lot of bouts. But once it's committed,
This is Kellyanne.
here's Kellyanne.
The best America has.
I mean, that looked pretty clinical.
She's pretty good.
Yeah.
She's got a low, heavy frame. It's very good for sumo. She's very much Lady Bushozan now that I look at it.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Well, hey, Bushozan's been going off. Have you seen him?
Yeah, he has.
Japan versus Poland now. Violeta versus.
Taki Keisho's out. He's got to fill the gap.
He's moving up from baby boy boulder to the true boy boulder.
He's looking big this basher too. I reckon he might have gained a little weight. Speaking of weight gain, you know, Ozuno, Hoshoryu's extra 10 kilos is not helping him yet.
Yeah.
Any time you change your body, you've got to have an adjustment period to get used to the techniques. And you can see that his style is slightly different. He's going much more chest to chest. I think next tournament he'll do a lot better.
I mean, that dovetails exactly with what Goose was just saying with his kickboxing. You know, like if you're doing it mechanically, it's not right yet.
Yeah, totally. That's a concept. I've forgotten where the concept comes from, but it applies here. It's just when you make a change to your style, you have to take a small step backwards, and for the long-term step forwards. It's like changing your form when you're lifting, like correcting your form. I've got to drop the weight, but in the long run, you'll be lifting heavier, you'll be lifting faster because your form's better. Same thing. Well, Kiribayama actually went through a really notable period of that where he said like, I've been really focusing on pushing. I was trying to diversify my game because he used to just be a belt fiend, like whenever, like 2020, 2021, and he had a year or so of being sort of really underwhelming and middling, and then he came back. He just came in one basher, and I was just so impressed with his oshi. I was like, oh my god, he's just oshing people out of the way now. So he diversified his game, took that short-term backward step to the long-term game. So it paid off really well.
Yeah. I mean, that's really good to hear from the Hoshoryu perspective, because I think I assume that he wants to get up to the weight his uncle was at. Like, he wants to have that same body. So I assume that's the trajectory. Yeah.
I hope he doesn't get that much heavier than he is, to be honest. I don't think he has the frame for it. It's already slowed him down a little bit. He doesn't want to get much slower. His strength is his speed.
Yeah. And he's already having he tweaks that ankle every other basho, which has to be related to the weight, right?
Yeah. I mean, it could also be because of his style. So maybe having a heavier weight will actually give him a more front-on style. It's a bit easier on his ankle. You know? I don't.
I'm sure I'll be very tender by the morning, but you know, I really don't want to be eaten, so hopefully the plan isn't to actually cook me. Of course, as you guys know, I'm not reading the comments at the moment, so if you guys are asking me stuff or saying stuff directly to me...
No, in amateur sumo, they have the juniors divisions, right? So in what we're watching, is it all 18 and up?
Yeah, yesterday they had the 18 and unders, and now they have the 18 and up, which is just seniors.
Okay.
And eventually we will have super seniors.
Yes. The only reason I ask is that the Brazilian woman in the blue jumpsuit looks crazy young to me, but I guess she just looks young. I was just like, is this like open to all age groups? But no.
I wonder if there is a bottom age limit, actually. I'm not sure, because last year that we just saw the Kyrgyzstani young fellow recently. I think he was in middleweight or light heavyweight. Last year he was in the juniors as well, and then he went into the seniors. So he did both.
Oh. So if nothing else, there was apparently a swing age. Like there was an age that you could be in both, or maybe the upper.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know what the minimum
Yeah.
age is for Worlds, but the maximum age for juniors is 18. The minimum age for seniors might be 16 or something. I don't. Or maybe he was just 18 last year, and so he fell into both categories. But interestingly, juniors last year there were some men, there were full grown men in adult men, 30, 40-year-old men in the teams events because they didn't have enough juniors to fill them out, so they let them fill out the teams with the coaches.
Nice.
Another Owatanagi, it looked that way, it looked like an outside grip.
So there again, though, I noticed now, just because Goose pointed it out, the Italian woman with like crazy high hips, but wasn't converting any of that into forward thrust.
She's too heavy. She's too heavy.
Okay.
She can't control her weight low to the ground. She had no control over her ability to be low there. She was narrow and high. So that was an example of non-functional weight. Her weight inhibited it. She couldn't use it. Yeah. She did not want to get into that belt situation. She might have been okay to push in a straight line from the Tachiai. She wasn't athletic enough in the lower body to sustain.
Fair enough. Yeah, it is interesting because it's like whatever joking about the Ura dirty bulk, but like different kinds of weight. It's not all the same.
No, that's right. Well, that's why they want skinny young guys, and then they add the weight to them over time. And for anyone thinking about doing sumo, that's what I would recommend to you too. Get strong first. Don't worry about your weight. If anything, make sure you're just super athletic. That's the only thing. Get athletic and strong, and then worry about weight. Weight is secondary. Unfortunate. Oh, beautiful. Oh, dude. Oh, that Oshi is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Where are you watching this?
I'm watching this off the live stream, so I've got the delay that everyone else has.
Ah,
right. I'm on the live stream as well. For whatever reason, my Discord keeps cutting out, so.
Weird.
Yeah.
To be deciding the second bronze, and that's the repechage here at the 2024 World Sumo Championships, being held in Krotos in Poland, September 7th and 8th. Today being your seniors day on the 8th. This is your women's heavyweight category. This is the repechage to see who's going to fight for the second bronze. Brazil can't reach. Estonia's using her height advantage against her. She's keeping her hips back for her and going forward. Brazil's trying for a swing, and that swing left an opening for the armpit to be hooked under. Estonia switches back in for the inside grip, while Brazil at least has her hand on the belt, but that head on the chest and the short reach might play bad for her. And she is walked out. Win for Estonia.
I wonder if it's just a mobility thing for some of these people, though, not just a style choice. They just can't get their legs down far enough to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Now we prepare for the behemoths. The behemoths and the mammoths.
Now we prepare for the behemoths. Oh. Looks like we lost Caleb. Such is life. And he's back.
What happened?
So for men's heavyweight we have 15 competitors, all in. Mongolia, USA, Thailand, Great Britain, Hungary, Japan, Poland, Georgia, Taipei.
There's talk about adding
Uzbekistan,
a 70 kilogram under category for men
Chile.
in the IFS. What do you think about that? No.
Man.
Cool.
I mean, yeah.
Everyone lining up now.
I think it'll be good. There is a lot of small guys that really struggle, even in lightweight. Shorter, lighter guys. I think there's a market for it.
That's true. I didn't think about it that way, where like at some point it's just the height that is either a limiting factor or yeah, they would have to put a disproportionate amount of weight on to make weight.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, like, because the only reason I hesitated is like, boxing is ridiculous. There's like 42 weight classes, and who knows the difference between a light bantam and a featherweight and all this stuff. Like, I don't know, but
yeah,
we're not talking about that, so that's fine.
No. I think it'd be good. I think it could be annoying for small competitions to have an extra division and break up all of their wrestlers even further.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I think it's a good idea. Because even if it's just at the higher levels where it's relevant, like at Worlds, that gives these smaller guys something to aim for. They don't feel like, oh, I'm just too light, I'm just too small to do something.
Yeah.
Congratulations, big man. Me and Jay quite made fast friends. Jay had reached out to me about 2 weeks ago.
Where, yeah, like what heights are we talking about then? So you said under 70 kilos. So generally we're talking about probably people who are like 5'6", 5'5".
It was a pleasure to give him and allow him to represent Clan Sumo
Yes.
Scotland.
Yep.
Okay.
I've got two guys like that in my club.
Huh.
They could cut down to 70 and they do really well.
Yeah.
But at the current weight, it's at the current weight divisions, they're just too small for lightweight.
Now we have Great Britain and Hungary.
This stuff is super interesting. No, I hadn't really thought about that for quite a while, but I've got a buddy who we watch sumo with here, who's a physical therapist, and he talks all the time about. Oh, what? Oh, he's back. But talking about like BMI and sumo, and he's just always, as a PT, he's always trying to think of ways for guys to not get hurt. And so he's like, they just shouldn't be carrying this weight, and he's like, they should have some sort of proportionality, which obviously is, it's not going to work, it's not going to happen, but the weight classes, at least in the amateur ranks, it does seem like that could fix it.
Oh, a wee bit unbalanced there.
Help with
That
the injury
being...
rates. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, say go.
Sorry, to help with the rate of injury. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
That's what his whole point is. And I'm not saying we need to do BMI. I'm just saying more like your idea of diversifying the weight classes seems like it would accomplish the same goal that he was trying to imagine with BMI, because obviously BMI is a really crude tool, but he was just trying to think of ways that he was trying to think of ways that you wouldn't have someone do what Takakeisho did to himself when Takakeisho and Midori Fuji are the same height, you know.
Yeah, no, I think weight divisions accomplish that exactly. Yeah. There's something interesting about this meniscus injury that I've got at the moment. I carry whatever weight I have on me, and I can build that weight to whatever I want. But there's literally nothing that I can ever do to change the size of my meniscus. So the heavier I get, the more pressure I put on my meniscus, and my meniscus just replace my meniscus. It's just going to stay the same size. So that is it's exactly what you're saying. Yeah, no, I can see why a physio would say that. I think weight divisions accomplish that, and then it's up to the individual to make that call. I don't think dividing the BMI is the right way to do it.
No.
I just think weight divisions in amateur sumo, I think they serve a purpose. And I think if you are lighter, I think that you should work your style as a lighter person and find out how to beat bigger guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, because let's be honest, at least in the Ozumo ranks, like I don't know anyone who doesn't love the little guys when they come out. When Midori Fuji rolls out, when Ishiura used to roll out, you know,
People
I don't know.
went bananas for Enho, dude.
Dude, Enho, oh my gosh, yeah.
Dude, after looking at how buff Midori Fuji got, I don't care about Enho anymore.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, Midori Fuji is the
It's the
bigger
truth.
Enho, stronger Enho. Yeah. Super impressive.
Yo, the emergency clay?
The emergency clay. Somebody's literally just like running to Hobby Lobby, grabbing the red, yellow, blue.
Soft clay and dry sand. It's not ideal. I really wish they watered that sand and you'd see a bit more steep shin angle sumo. So at the moment, people don't want to slip. Um, I think I better head off, guys.
Well, take care.
Got a
Good
lot of
talking to you
stuff to
again,
get
Kel.
through today. Uh, Thanks very much for having me on. It's
Pester your
been
nephew
really,
about the song I'm asking for, just quietly. He hasn't gotten back to me.
yeah, I will. I'll bug him about it. Let's do that.
Alright, take care, man.
Cool. All right, thanks.
Nice to meet you,
See
man.
you guys. Yeah, you
See ya.
too.
There is so much more that goes into sumo, so much hidden wee subtle movements that you don't even see. And it's a fair play sport. It's a great spectator sport. You guys all know this. It's quick fire and full of ferocity.
This is super interesting, though. You guys were all talking about it, like this choice on the dohyo. I think Siggy was even saying in the chat that like they have watering cans, they just don't use them. I don't understand what the mentality is.
This Georgian, he won. I'm sure he won.
Me neither.
Heavyweight at the last European Cup and Poland.
I guess to some extent. So I used to watch a ton of soccer, and when American teams would go down and play Liga MX teams down in Mexico, like they have to play on these really dry, dusty pitches, and they get murdered because they didn't know how to play on that kind of surface. So maybe that's it. Maybe the idea is Polish guys know how to fight on this dohyo, so keep it the way that they like it. I don't know.
I mean, it's also a natural product. It's kind of hard to regulate when you don't do this consistently, you know?
True. When you're not breaking it down and rebuilding it every other month.
Yeah. When you don't have a specific crew of people to bring out.
Yeah. I mean, looks great, though. Like, just, I don't know. Clearly isn't holding up is all. I'm surprised by the number of Azerbaijanis all across the divisions here. Like, I guess I shouldn't be. Central Asia does tend to gravitate towards sumo, at least when we're talking about Roga, the Tuvan, Inner Mongolia, Outer Mongolia, I don't know, Kazakhstan. Oh, the leg pick.
I'm sure that Uzbekistani is very disappointed in that performance.
So even Siggy, you say it's like this every year. I'm not versed in amateur sumo at all, but like even other countries, like you think it'll be the same in Thailand?
Brazil versus Greece now, guys.
Like it has more to do with the International Sumo Federation, maybe.
Schneider from Brazil. This is your second last elimination bouts.
Greece? Germany? Germany's G.
Greece, yeah.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Of course, as I mentioned, you guys know
That heavyweight from last time didn't make it. Shame.
friendly with them, really nice people. The Greek looks nervous. He looks nervous. And Big Larry's in him, pushing him, got that armpit locked up and striding and frontal crush out that looked like. Well done to him, well done Brazil.
Greece tried your Hokuto Fuji sidestep off the bat, Goose, and it did not work.
vs Philippe, Chile vs Ukraine. I've not seen much of both of these fighters, so this is quite interesting for me to watch. I haven't had the opportunity to watch these guys much.
Oh no, this is the Brazilian guy. Oh no, he's not. He's Chinese. What am I talking about?
Chile goes for the reach over.
Oh.
Ukraine gets right under and inside. Ah, and Chile falls. Winner, Ukraine.
Well, so maybe it is, as Siggy's saying, very specifically what they're trying to do.
Another like superfluous question, but like when you fight Goose, do you do the like athletic shorts? Do you notice any difference, or just personal preference, I guess, from guy to guy?
Underpants, underneath.
Underpants. Yeah.
Tuck the
I mean,
back up so my ass is hanging out. That's
Like our
mostly just
friend there.
That's mostly just to keep the bits in tuck.
Yeah.
Hey, here's Jay. This guy beat me at Rollertown. He's really good.
I saw his first match, like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes ago. He crushed a man. Also, now speaking of Mawashis, like, the orange Mawashi, I guess it doesn't matter, right? Like, they don't have any stipulations the same way only Sekitori can wear colored Mawashi, but just no one chooses to do it because it's more expensive or something?
Colored Mawashi? I don't know. I bought my Mawashi through my coach who got it through a supplier.
Okay.
Next it's UK and Poland. I forgot about the Mongolian there for a second and how he was through. That's how I said USA, UK. It's actually
I would imagine
USA,
adding
Mongolia,
color to fabric
UK,
increases the
Poland,
cost because you're
Georgia,
adding dyes and things like that.
Brazil,
Also, like a Mawashi
Yeah.
is like 7 meters long, so it's not cheap.
Oh, dude, it's so much fabric, yeah.
So Jay goes in hard and
Like,
fast.
it's only like a
Same
foot
so on,
wide,
it's
right? But then
And
just
as I always
goes
say,
on
that
for a mile.
Mongolian trick, and Jay nearly took out Oksana, the rest.
7 meters long. I think mine's
That
6.8.
Mongolian trick where they make you think they're pushing into you and then they snap to the side and drag your Mawashi round and then start pushing from the side of the back. Such a great technique, but you need almighty forearm and wrist power. Now, Mateusz Linka he's a champion, he's a machine, and there's not as much of a weight difference here, so the UK wrestler has certainly got his work cut out for him, but in sumo, anything is possible, as you guys know.
I don't think I've seen... I probably just haven't been paying close enough attention, but I don't think I've seen any Scots here. Were you saying the Scottish Sumo Association is like a big deal? Like, or Scots in international sumo?
I think there's the European Championships. Regional Championships.
On the chest, gets the arms up, that's
Gotcha.
it. And it's over.
So it's not just people from Scotland. Yeah, because GB, Great Britain. So it's Scotland, Wales, Ireland, all that.
Oh, they compete together. Got it.
Well, the best from that region, because like we're Oceanics as well. So
Yeah.
if New Zealand are one,
So
they
hypothetically,
would be going instead
yeah,
of
you and New
Australian.
Zealand. Gotcha. In Oceania, in your region, does like Samoa get lumped in
Yep.
with you, or with them? Are they just always part of America? Like, I don't know. I'm just-
Specific
who else?
Islanders, as I like to call them.
Now we have Georgia and Azerbaijan.
Oh, cool. I wasn't paying attention to chat, but yeah, Siggy answered my question. Yeah, sounds like no rules against colored Mawashis, but I still assume that, like you were saying, Goose, just it's cheaper to get one in white or black, so generally guys are going for function over style.
Right, yeah.
Is that allowed? Supari, like there is certain rules. It was forward thrust. I mean, they do allow it. The Japanese allow it, so I don't know what the Azerbaijani was meaning there. Although they do stuff like that a lot, so I find it funny that he's complaining about someone else doing it to him.
He is moving fast, goodness.
And you need to go again. The big Georgian. He's Azerbaijan. Oh, and he goes for the technique to hangweight, and Georgia uses his almighty power. So strong, such a powerful human being, and an absolute unit. Brazil versus Ukraine. I'm unsure who may win this because, again, both men I haven't seen too much of to make proper calls about technique, skills and ability. Both men seem like they're very capable today so far, so we'll need to see what happens here. Men getting ready. Juarez looks really serious from Brazil right now. Ukrainians getting in. Juarez gets underhooking them. He's taking him to the edge, and he takes Ukraine.
Again, it's just like, you know, you notice something once somebody brings it up, but our boy on the left, again, the high hips, and they come so slow out of the Tachi eye, so I do feel like you and Caleb were talking about, that's just unhealthy weight that's cost him his explosiveness or something, I guess. I don't know.
British, Polish, sorry, Mongolian, Polish,
maybe.
Georgian, or
I don't know. I don't know anything.
Me neither.
I see that Japan
He's been
doesn't
going for like
do, but he lost, that's right. He lost to Poland, unfortunately for him. He's in repechage.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm crashing, Goose. I've been up.
You can jump off if you want, man. It's all good.
The JSA. It's all good. I hate to abandon you, but yeah, no, this is fun. I gotta catch. I don't know. I'm sure I can hop on the calendar and find out what the next tournament is, but with this being Worlds, presumably a lot of the amateur stuff, this is kind of the wind down of their season before it builds back up for the next year.
No, this is the Apex. All the national regional champions lead you to this. I mean,
right, and so that, or I guess,
though, so.
Yeah, I guess I misspoke. That's what I meant. Like there's no like Euros anymore. Like we're waiting until the clock resets for 2025.
Yeah.
Now for the open weight women, we have 9 entered.
All right, man. I'm gonna dip out, but this was fun. Later, Goose.
Later.
Poland, Uzbekistan, and Estonia. Have you just seen down the bottom of the screen? Ross Moran, aka Momo, my right-hand man, is here, and he's forgot something. He was just sprinting across the back of the chairs, and here he comes running back. We actually sent him out to get a Sharpie so that we could get all the wrestlers here at the Worlds 2024 to sign my white World of Sumo jumper that I wore yesterday, and we are going to do a giveaway and give it to one of you lucky sumo fans out there as a keepsake. Here we go with the first repechage, UK, and unfortunate for UK. I don't think he was mentally ready for how fast his opponent was going to come out of the gate there. And it's a win for Japan.